from the bottom of the shaft that leads to this area. The climb becomes challenging.
Hey everyone, it's Thursday. That means Modern Thursday, live from Titan Games in Peoria, the Casbah of Peoria Gaming, where card floppers and dice chuckers play in harmony. I'm Evil Bob, your resident head in a box, and we've got some good matches for you tonight.
That's right, we do.
I am a little behind on the information. I'm also going to let you all listen in on what's going on in the background, so that's exciting. It's not Master Snow, it is a new person to the stream, Kyle Weaver. And he's playing Allies. And his opponent is the ever-lovable Danzy. And he is playing his... Oh, yeah! I remember what it is now. Is it... Janky?
He starts to fall.
Yes, it is. Okay, and Danzy takes a peek at his opponent's hand, and, well, seemed to be okay with what he saw there, so he's going to follow up with a young Pyromancer.
There's 32. I'm going to see. So, fire. Should I drop a bomb?
Okay, so
Should I just drop a bomb?
we got some good games going on here. It looks like tonight.
Okay, so I specified.
I'm going to do a live review of something, Bobby. I got the first Power Ranger Lightning Collection figure in.
You got Doggy Kruger, huh?
Yeah, I got SPD Shadow Ranger. I had not watched Power Rangers SPD, but this guy looked like a cool figure.
He's not bad. Yeah, he's their mentor-y kind of leader guy. He's an anthropomorphic doggy man.
That's right. I do know that. Like, he's one of Steve's favorite characters. And SPD is like his favorite season. So I know quite a lot about him.
39, actually.
And
I had to come to terms. It took me a good long while to come to terms with the Power Rangers changing every season, and I'm not gonna lie, my adolescent mind wasn't strong enough to be able to do that, so I kind of fell off from it, and wasn't until recently that I started going through them again and catching up on what I missed, and I got as far as Mystic Force, and that's about it. So
yeah, Steve for years has always told me SPD is of like American seasons Power Ranger, SPD is like the best one. Like as far as like just like quality wise, like story wise, etc.
Sure, we'll go with that.
I haven't watched. So
I know, it's okay.
Is SPD or is it RPM?
No, it would be SPD.
Okay, thanks. That's what I thought.
RPM is one too, but he's not talking about RPM.
Yeah.
All right, Young Peasy gets in, and Kyle's already down to 18.
What are its weaknesses?
I think that's something just like this. It may be cute.
Immune, electricity,
So,
traits, no weaknesses.
yeah, Amazon got this to me before Hasbro got me my Tommy and my Zed, so this is my first one I will get to open up and check out.
Well, that's good. Okay.
A very squeaky chair.
That's alright. It happens.
Yeah, it does.
It is transparent.
I also want to apologize for not being here last Thursday. Life tends to get in the way, and it sucks sometimes. But and then Tuesday was a pre-planned day off. It was Self-Appreciation Day, so y'all knew I wasn't going to be here. Let's see here. Kyle threw a Zulaport Cutthroat in front of something, and Danzy now has 2 Pyromancer tokens. He's also down to 19 health.
No DR. It's pretty.
Danzy goes to combat and swings in for 2.
What's the CR?
Sure.
This is an advanced one, so it's CR4.
Okay, hey guys, just smack it. Just kill it. Don't touch it though.
Can I use box?
Yeah, just don't use the electric columns.
I like the concept and the idea of Doggy Kruger. I just didn't like the execution. It didn't feel right. He's like the only anthropomorphic creature, but I guess he's supposed to be some sort of an alien, so
Well, you know, it's one of those things where maybe in the Super Sentai season it makes a lot more sense.
No, because I think Doggy Kruger is only in the American.
No, he is. He's in Super Sentai season.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
the difference actually is they made his, like, the U.S. head look like this more reptilian.
Right.
And in the Super Sentai season, he's actually furry like a dog.
Yeah, he had like fur plumes. That's right.
He was like more like
A Muppet.
yeah.
Another Zulaport cutthroat, and it's allies. He says it was allies. It was aristocrats the whole time. I'm on to you, Kyle Weaver.
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you pesky pigs.
Just above it, climbing.
Oh, that's okay.
No. 3 feet down.
That's okay.
Yeah.
The mud.
A double move to jump into the hole. Down.
I guess that's kind of the tree, yeah.
So you're gonna climb down to him?
No.
Or do you want to stay on
If you want to get blocked, jump.
I was looking at a list today. I didn't realize it's been going on 3 years since Hasbro's Marvel Universe line pretty much ended.
Oh.
And I kind of thought, I'm like, that sucks.
I recommend that you stand
Bobby
back.
really enjoyed that line.
The universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're now we're getting small tricklers in the Gamerverse section, and I don't know.
That doesn't count. Like for
It really
were like,
doesn't, but they're nice figures. I mean, the Ryu is pretty top notch. The Collector I am a fan of. Even the Black Widow looks really good. The X is actually one of the more lacking figures, and he's still pretty cool. The Spider-Man from the video game is pretty good and accurate to the game. Negative Man is Negative Man, so you can't really screw that up. But yeah, I mean the series is strong, and the figures are great. They're just too few and far between, and I kind of would like, you know, more of the Capcom-y side of it, I guess, you know, because that's really the only opportunity we had to get those characters. Like, I'm ecstatic that we got a Mega Man in the 3 3/4 line, and then we got let's see, he's at 16.
oh, that's cool.
I was kind of hoping for, you know, something like a Phoenix Ride or God forbid a Zero. Or maybe even a Sigma. You know, you can go just do more Mega Man. You can even give us better, more Street Fighters if you really want to. You know, you give us a Guile. You can give us a what have you not. But yeah, there's a lot in there that, you know, we very much could. Another Zulaport Cutthroat's going to come down for Kyle.
31, base save for reflex is 22.
It's not gonna make that.
I gotta say, this is a very good action figure.
Hasbro's not doing too bad on the Power Ranger stuff.
No, I mean, they're starting off strong, and they need to, obviously. But
They got to build that trust immediately.
I've had a lot of qualms with some of the recent Marvel Legends releases. This suffers a little bit. Like the joints are a little gummy, similar to Marvel Legends, but it's one of those I just got to come to accept it, because that's just how Hasbro produces figures anymore. But these are already doing better, because like the amount of accessories that are coming with them is insane.
Honestly, I should have just
Alternate head, you were doing swords, which are doing better than Bandai's done recently.
Right.
Alternate hands,
now you're down here in
morpher,
this room, and the doors have the hand
neck
prints.
piece for
And
his
with your
head.
Arcana
yeah.
rolls, you can tell these look like the hands of the Emerald Automatons that you have faced.
Yeah, they're nice. And plus,
several
I mean, they already like every one of these has butterfly joints in the elbow.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah,
Torso
torso.
cut, ab
Yeah.
crunch, ball hips. This guy has double joint knees. He also got boot cut as long as ankle rockers and ankle tilts.
Danzy gets in with a big hit, takes Kyle down to 8.
And this portion, like, his armor is loose, so you can actually doesn't get hit.
Right.
Mentioning automaton named Clanky, and
They're not
you
bad.
can purchase
You know,
off the sheet
I'm also not gonna lie. When
his
I heard that Hasbro picked it up, I was kind of hoping that they would also run a 4-inch Power Ranger line, because I really enjoyed those 4-inch Power Rangers when they came out. And
I just wish, I mean, admittedly, even though it wasn't like a line for me, I wish they were just better figures.
right.
I put his hand there.
That's, again, another Bandai.
Yeah.
problem.
Stick it in there.
Well, like, I think what kills me is I see like the vintage collection stuff they release for Star Wars, and all of that stuff feels really like lackluster compared to how it used to be.
Right.
But then again, I think the biggest problem with Star Wars is that they've
Okay.
released everything.
Right.
So beyond going back and updating the articulation for some figures that like had T-crotches and stuff like that, I mean, there's not much they can really do besides just keep re-releasing the same figures.
Scores of green glass teacups. The metal crate next to it is filled with small bags of faded yellow cloth.
Let's see here. So, sacrificed and lost a couple
There
creatures.
does not seem to be anything in
The
that.
Zuluports got down. This is an intriguing. Oh, hey, Ashley. 10 minutes late. I'm paying attention.
It's a lag, you know.
Yeah. We're on lag.
Yeah. I picked up. Hasbro also dropped their Overwatch figures this past week.
Okay.
I bought all of those. And those turned out really nice.
Good.
I also
Some more amazing J&J Bakery.
Yeah, I didn't
JJ's
I
Bakeries.
didn't get a chance to pick up some Hostess to compare.
White marble.
But we've already had the
But
cherry
we can
pie
at
from
least
Hostess.
try the cherry
So.
pie.
Right.
So that's there for later.
I mean, I can go into my memory palace and recall what the Hostess cherry pie tasted like.
Well, sometimes you need to go head to head, Mean Gene.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. And yeah, you go ahead. Stop your squeaking.
Small foyer. Patterns of shadow reminiscent of ripples on water pass over the green glass walls. No light casts them. They seem to be illusions. The chamber surrounds a low platform engraved with a massive mystical pattern. A pair of double doors is set to the wall across the platform.
Alright, so...
The scene engraved in the door shows people relaxing in a pool of water.
Much better. So every time I move a centimeter, it's not going.
Right. So an Inquisition of Kozilek is going to take a Training Grounds and a Spell Snare out of Dan's hands, and he's going to go for the Training Ground. Yeah. Is it janky? Yes, it is.
Gotcha.
I have a 28 on it.
Better than my 21.
But
I have higher than that, 26.
So
but no,
the
I
platform appears to be an anchor point.
I don't know. Oh,
ancient magic, but is
the second wave of Fortnite 4-inch figures are starting to come out.
Oh, good.
So
I had a 30, I forgot to put my bonus.
I've still never played the game, but these are
20. Okay.
really nice figures.
That's basically why I bought like one of the 7. There's another 7-inch figure
Right.
I'll buy too. Like they just look like good figures.
Yeah, they're good, solid. I don't remember who's doing the 7-inch line.
McFarlane.
McFarlane.
McFarlane's doing those, and then Jax.
Because I know Jax is doing the 4, and
Which is
Jax
crazy.
has really stepped up their game. Why couldn't you have been doing this from the beginning, Jax?
What kills me is I saw,
I've got some A-Team figures you need to respond to.
Ooh, the van is really nice.
Yeah, the van was really nice,
the
but
figures. Woo, boy, you might as well go back and buy the Remco ones.
actually, no. I told a fib right there. I couldn't bring myself to buy those A-Team figures.
I thought you did.
I was going to, but you know what it was? I was standing there in Toys R Us and I was looking at the 2 BA Barackuses that they had, and one had an eyeball painted up on the forehead,
I remember this
and
now,
the
yeah.
other one had like the eyeball in the nose, and the other one was over off to the side. I'm like, no, I can't even pretend this is okay.
This is not the toy line for me.
Which is sad because I so wanted it to be the toy line for me.
You guys will have
Yeah, well, don't worry. Like Jax still like poops the bed on other stuff. I saw they're like Godzilla King of the Monster figures at
Yeah.
Walmart. Those all look terrible.
Really?
They're pretty
The
terrible.
engraved double doors.
They're no different than the other ones that came out like that.
I'll take the Bandai like vinyl figures.
Well, yeah, the 12-inch vinyls or something, but
Yeah.
the 8-inch ones, they've all been about that same quality.
I think I'm really only thinking about the Bandai ones.
Oh, okay.
The one you're entering.
And then obviously the figures NECA makes.
Right.
But they only ever make Godzilla.
So Kyle's coming back from a pretty deep deficit here to bring it almost even. He is on top of Danzy by a point, and he has lots of... These might be the allies I've heard so much about, but might have like some So Manamorphose gonna. Oh, does he have a training grounds? Does he have the infinite mana? Does he have the infinite copies of?
I don't see a training.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a training grounds. He needs that training grounds to really do it. And so Danzy, he just needs to push through enough damage, but he's not gonna get there. And passes it over to Kyle.
Needs more tokens.
So the servant robots are trying to talk to you.
I say,
I guess we talk back.
do you have any money, sir? I look at him with my dark looks.
So, what is the purpose of
So, but yeah, I guess I can. Danzy.
I look at you and I'm like,
I am the steward of Sanctum. I've kept this facility running.
Is it
in anticipation
janky?
of your return, but we did expect you sooner.
we
And I will take Asher's question. What services do you provide? We can provide you with light refreshments. Chef 2 is prepared.
And it doesn't look like Danzy got there. It looks like I'm gonna assume Kyle went over on that one.
Our Oasis offers a variety of relaxing treatments.
What happened to Chef?
So pick up the victory, and we move on to game number 2. And in the interim, I would like to remind everyone that Thursday Modern is played in front of a live Pathfinder audience.
You can restore us.
And while we're sideboarding, I can also point out my last April background for the year. For April is, of course, Visordrix, the magic Easter bunny. But that's. I know I missed Easter, but you know what? I'm not going to miss an opportunity to put a Visordrix up, because everybody should have a Visordrix. Okay. We've got Rock here tonight with his horny cows again.
Past the reclaimers, I could restore the Sanctum and my staff.
We've got Tyler. Not on Bant this time, but he's on Sultai. We've got Alex Ho.
The minions of the Iron Creech.
Probably still playing some corporate taxes.
Many centuries ago, they came to the conclusion that the staff of the Sanctum were no longer required. They will consume us and recycle our pieces. If you like.
Kyle Weaver's here on Allies.
This aggression.
Okay, I drink some more tea.
Scott Clark.
Well, let's
the action. I'm gonna call for
The Ever Boros Humans.
I could heal you. Wait, free heal. Instead of wasting your heal, free heal.
Rock and Ricky Ruff.
I mean, the cleric's able to heal himself really effectively.
Is refusing to play Rhinos.
Tell us how to get there, and we will escort you.
I opened the door to the
You wish
bathroom.
to ascend the load and explore
We got Bryce
the
Puddleson,
elevator platform beyond the Iron Creech.
who is still on his Woo Troll,
Oh,
but heavily contemplating going back to Martyr Proc. He misses it. I know he misses it, and yeah. And then we've got
you guys apparently.
oh Beth, Rob Thomas.
They have the effects of Heroes Feast, 1d8 plus 5 temporary.
And Rob Thomas is smooth, I guess. I don't know. Alright, live totals get reset back up to 20. Looks like we're getting ready for game number 2 to fire off. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Oh, ecstatic.
I can barely contain my
Goose
self.
pimples and everything.
The steward can also provide up to 3 potions of cure serious wounds. The painting depicts the deeds of Nur Athaman, cycling through a few hours of content. As a feat of illusion and historical document, they can invest 2,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
Somebody write that down.
So Danzy explaining to his opponent exactly how his deck works, so when he can just you know, before the game's over. So unless you've already guessed, you know, I need the training grounds because without that, you know, I'm just dead in the water. It's like, oh, good to know.
I'll make sure to target all of them.
Yeah, I was like, man, make sure training grounds is not there.
You hear their games a lot better than I ever do. So. I don't get to pick up those juicy tips. Oh, I forgot to bring
And Danzy starts with the training grounds immediately, so he's going to get it out there this time.
I got my latest, the last Reaper Kickstarter they did.
Oh, yeah?
I got my miniatures from that. I was going to bring them to show them to you.
What was this one?
I don't know. I mean, all of them are always just like, here's more stuff.
Okay.
Things. I didn't do like the base set. I always just back like $1, then I'll just pick up a couple individual sets of things.
Right.
They did what was it? A Townsfolk pack and then like an Adventurers pack.
Oh, that's neat.
So I got like Jesus. I think for like $35, I got like 40 or 45 miniatures.
Wow. So Dan's just good to Man a Week, whatever that thing was, but we're gonna definitely have in. I'm gonna guess that's a Hero Blade Holt.
Yeah, we're moving along.
Nah, it's not Hero Blade Hold.
Are you interested?
Hada.
Also a door back here.
Hada Freeblade. That's the one. Doesn't really look like a Hada Freeblade, but I'm trying.
There are fermentation vents, tubes filled with glowing fluids, a vast array of mixing containers, and a small bottling system set.
No, I've been digging some of their
Massive tubes are shattered.
Reaper Black, their Bones Black series.
Yeah, I got an advertisement card in my package, but I haven't seen those in person.
The first one that they put out was an owlbear.
Okay.
It was pretty good. They seem to be a little bit more detailed and a little bit more premium quality. And what they're doing is this to promote them this year is each month they're releasing a new one. And if you order X number of dollars, for each X number of dollars you order, you'll get one. You know, just free added to your cart.
Gotcha.
The first month, like I said, was an owlbear. Then February was like a gem troll or something like that. It was pretty neat looking, just not my flavor. March was a fire Jin Ifriti kind of lady. And April was an orc shaman, and is very Ner'zhul. So I had to get that one. I haven't seen what May is going to bring, but I'm interested with it.
Pack of Adventurers.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot.
And then I got the Villagers. Came with a little cart with pig with it.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I got those in the mail. So basically,
Wow.
So for the new Warhammer Quest like board games, Games Workshop put out.
Yeah.
You know, they come with miniatures for stuff, so of course they're like $140. Or you can just buy all the game components with no miniatures for like $30.
Oh.
So I just bought the game, and I've been like supplementing the miniatures.
Oh, okay.
With,
Right,
with stuff
okay.
In my collection.
That's not bad.
Between the because when Reaper did the first Bones Kickstarter, I did the base set.
Right.
So I have like tons and tons of miniatures
Right.
to use. So it's been anytime they do Kickstarters, I've been
There's a
picking up couple
Manamorphose.
Move yourself.
So this one I'm gonna red. Use copy the one.
So Danzy now has his engine going, and it doesn't look like that Kyle's gonna be able to stop this one. So Danzy's gonna get all the mana and all the cards, and he's gonna path.
Isn't it an instant?
Yeah, it is. So yeah, he could just keep copying it.
I hope he knows that.
I want out of here.
So copy it. So copy it.
if he loses this game, we can tell him.
Yeah, I was like, how did that stop you?
Well, he probably just didn't. I mean, Danny's smarter.
Right.
Because he can, in response, just
Right.
keep doing it.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's on the stack, and in response, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. You had to have done it in response to me casting the first time, and maybe that's what he was saying. It's like, you have a response,
to the
and
first Manamorphous.
yeah.
Which he didn't do.
Well, even then, the Manamorphose is on the stack, and you can start copying it,
Yeah.
and it would go on top of. He just you got to have the first one start to go through in your seed mana. So maybe in response to the first copy, you throw it at him. So
Yeah.
you've got 2 draws and 4 mana, 3 mana.
Yeah, but in this case, he was already
Right.
past the first
Yeah.
one, the 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
You could have been like, well, I'm going to go 10 more times. And
Right. So Danzy's down to 11. We got a,
21, okay.
and then we've got a another Zulaport Cutthroat down.
Well, I hope he drew some more Manamorphous.
So if you have acid, that's what you need.
Was
Otherwise,
Zulaport Cutthroat an ally?
But that's even.
Oh, he is an ally. Okay.
He can help out when he feels like it.
I guess it's not really Gilbert Godfrey after all.
Why are you looking? Yeah, I was going to. Okay, why are you looking at Gilbert Godfrey?
Well, it was because it was aristocrats.
Oh. He's probably the most famous telling of it at the
Right.
Hugh Hefner roast. When he made a 9/11 joke that was bombing terribly. And he just said, fuck it.
That wasn't a bombing. They just flew it into the towers.
I'm pretty sure it's like close to what his joke was. And everyone started booing him because it was like 2 days afterwards. And he was like, okay, well, screw it. I'm just going to go for this now.
It's, I mean, I would have less respect for him if he didn't go for it, because that's who he is.
I know. That's what. I mean, the whole story is perfect. Cause
Right.
everyone booing him for it, and then him just like doubling down and starts going into an aristocrats joke.
Right, and that's, you know, it's like, oh, okay, so he was too soon on 9/11. Did you really expect him to respect Fukushima when it happened? I love that was the camel,
Yeah.
or that was the straw.
Yeah. That's when he get fired from Aflac and fired from Disney and all this stuff.
I think he was.
You know his entire career before you hired him. I mean, the same thing with James Gunn.
Right. Okay, so we've got it back.
Okay.
We've got the Guild Mage and we've got the Manamorphose, so now we're solidly into copying it. All the copies, all the copies, all the mana, getting mana, so much mana. It's always nice when your opponent helps you out with putting your dice down and keeping track of your stuff.
Friendliness.
12.
I can't remember what his kill card is. I think it might be a Banefire.
No, it was just like lightning bolts.
No, oh yeah. It was all the copies of Lightning Bolts that he'll just put on the stack.
Yeah.
But if he was doing that, he would
And catch over the monster.
he'd be paying
Maybe he just wants to have fun and keep going for it.
Take 5
So we're looking at the
Oh, he drew a lot of cards.
Izzet Guild Mage. Copy an instant is blue. Copy a sorcery is red. So
Yep. So he just played his one lightning bolt and
yeah.
he won it.
The dumb part is that last game I could have done it. I didn't want
He was racking up the wrong color.
because you're playing Orzhov.
You need blue to copy your instants.
And you made me discard.
Was he spending one? Isn't he getting like, or was he putting 2 red down? Or
No, he was using the blue he was getting to copy the Manamorphose. He just needed to be funneling into all blue. Maybe that was blue. I don't see that though. But oh, I guess Danzy got first game too. Oh, okay. I'm up on the jive.
Well, you know, if you're not, you see two people scooping, you don't necessarily know sometimes who is doing what.
But he has.
Okay.
You look away for a second, you're thrown off.
So we've got Kyle.
I think I just made him.
Weaver
Get within line of sight. And
is 0-1 and 0. Welcome to the stream, Kyle. And Danzy back in the win column for this one anyway. 9 and 10 on the year. Not terrible, but 1 under 500, so solidly strong, solidly strong. I feel like going out there and talking to Danzy for a quick moment. I'll be back.
Starfinders.
No, it's Pathfinder tonight. I'm going to leave you with the sultry sounds of the Pathfinder Society.
27. So you would have 2 questions.
So, what is the DR on that?
He has DR 10-.
Okay, 10-. So,
Yeesh.
alright, it doesn't matter what you do. That was useful for you to know if it was piercing or whatever. And let's special attacks.
What's that?
Special attacks. He has brittle, bludgeoning, and sonic attacks can inflict critical hits on a carnivorous crystal. I guess that's a weakness, really. A creature entrapped by its crystal attack must succeed a DC Fortitude save each round or become helpless. If a helpless creature fails to save, it becomes petrified. This is the crystallized attack.
Wait.
Razor Sharp, its slam attack deals crits on 18, 19, or 20. And an active carnivorous crystal gives off a supernatural subsonic vibrations. Any living creature starting its turn within the aura must succeed a Fortitude save or be stunned. So, starting now, right when he starts moving, you will all be subject to that on the start of your turn.
Okay, I was gonna say, didn't know how far that aura was.
It's 60 feet.
Because I have a 14 reflex, 8 fortitude, and a 2.
Not being affected.
And he's going to slide on up there and slam our friend Agwabab.
You're going to try.
That is AC 32.
Yeah, they get 3+4.
17.
4 only. I need to get something to increase it more.
4, 5.
I just realized how high of AC I have.
31.
That's good.
36. 38 damage, buddy.
Jesus.
Wow. Third of Wafa?
38.
38 damage.
Okay, how much temporary hit points did I get?
There was a D8 plus 5.
I rolled a 7.
12,
Okay.
so 26.
So you're 26 below your
damage.
max.
Yeah.
I need pencil.
And that was all the
I have a calculator.
I think I need to look up the entrap special ability here.
No, don't entrap me. No, Dad, you don't need to look it up.
Because that also entraps you, buddy.
Yeah, if I had managed to know
Doesn't
those
stop
special
me from
attacks, I
bombing.
would have highly recommended he throws more than 1 bomb and drops this thing sooner.
Well, I didn't realize.
No?
Survive. The bomb. The
Well,
bomb
it's
is
a-
one hit things.
No, not that.
It's
These things don't get 1 hit.
CR11.
Yeah, a CR4 is different
Yeah.
from a CR11.
yes. This one will be feeling the pain this next.
Okay, no. Yeah, can someone just
full-blown
touch
attack.
me with healing power?
Well,
Actually,
well, mostly,
Yeah.
mostly, if you succeed your save, it's gone this next round. If you
Yeah.
fail your save, we got a bigger problem.
well, no, yeah.
What's your
Yeah.
forward save?
Do more than 10 damage
With the
on
bonus
each
plus
hit.
2?
Buddy, you need to make a Fortitude save.
At least it wasn't will traps. Calculator.
You got an extra +2 on it from heroism.
I do.
+2
19.
resistance spell bomb.
You are entrapped.
19 doesn't cut it. We're in trouble.
You are entangled.
Does that mean I can still attack?
Roll an
Tangle has some penalties.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't. And mostly, you can't move.
Okay. What do I take for my
I still
negatives?
use mine.
We'll get to it.
Tell me a negative 2.
Calathus.
I
will
can
move
all have
up.
regular attacks.
And bring out my.
Actually, you need to make that Fortitude save first.
Yeah, make your fortitude save.
And you get an extra +2 on it.
You are stunned for 1 round. Alfred.
Alright. Don't roll 2. Alright, I should be good. That is a 31 fortitude save. If it's not, we are
31
screwed.
gets it.
Yeah.
So I'm stunned for 1 hour.
No,
No,
1 round.
1 round.
1 round.
Yeah, so until the start of your next turn.
Oh no, not 1 hour.
Alrighty.
So go back to where you started.
Yeah, slip him back.
Doing flurry of blows, point blank, deadly aim, yada yada yada.
with all the
all the thingies and everything is using acid.
Okay,
Use.
acid, yeah, the acid arrows.
Flurry of arrows.
And
All right. Okay.
Hopefully
So
SDR
first
and
one-
everything.
it only
Does
does
a
once.
22 hit? That's the one for the
22
first
does
one.
hit.
All right, so all of these hit.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that feat is incredibly overpowered.
Mm.
It made sense before they added all of the other ways to make arrows do more damage.
It's incredibly overpowered. Instead of minus 50, minus 60, it's minus 10. That's 50 extra damage.
Right.
That's huge.
Yes,
Borderline obscene.
it is. It made sense when an arrow could only do 1d8 damage.
Mm.
Because there was no way to get past it. But then they added point blank shot, or
Deadly aim.
deadly aim, etc., and it became obscene.
28, 56.
As well as insane.
6,
You know, all of these can get broken in.
69, 70 physical. That's just a 60.
You know, broken
Plus-
can get broke.
13 acid.
Did you factor in the +1 from the
Yep.
extra? But okay.
Yep. And
Wait, does it get this
How
hero
much
give you
acid?
+2 to damage too?
That is
So my dad, I wish I
13.
could take this, but my dad made
Okay,
a
it's dead.
Okay.
Dad, you made a mistake and gave me a +12 +12 to damage instead of attack bonus.
Yeah, because I couldn't
Fit it.
fit it in there, buddy.
Okay, how long does it take to chip him out of the corpse?
Oh, not long. Once the crystal is no longer,
Oh no, I bet you I can blow myself out.
he's essentially out once the thing is
Okay.
not alive.
Okay, what are the potions I salvaged?
Get out your machine.
That might-
I'm calling for cure moderate wounds.
Anyone else need less than a D8 or less?
Okay, that's 13 times 1.5.
19.5. So round up around
So
that.
it's round down, so it's 19.
So, there appears to be a pair of bracers in this room that are magical.
What kind of bracers?
Detect magic.
Yeah.
Spellcraft, is it?
Just spellcraft.
Guidance it, please. And
Okay, can someone guidance me?
let's see here.
40.
I guidance myself.
Does 40 do it? For spellcraft?
It is bracers of armor +4.
Can I
That's actually nice.
can I wear those?
It's
You
not
got armor
better
on,
than
don't
your
you?
armor.
I don't actually have any armor on, so I can actually use those.
I
I really have no armor on
Because
right
you don't
now.
even bother using the
I don't even
mage
bother
armor
with mage.
because
I'm not
you
even
got
bothered with
full
mage armor, so I might as well wear them.
And
That's what it is, permanent mage armor.
Yep.
then apparently the machine, the facility, manufacturing facilities can't be repaired. But with a use magic device or knowledge arcana check, you could get it to produce 1 potion.
Of any kind?
Either resist energy, cure serious wounds, or invisibility.
I'll take
Invisibility.
invisibility. Can I have it though? Because I'm pushing.
So
But you have greater invisibility as a spell too.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you can-
but
you
that
can do
means
a
I
better
have
version of
1 extra invisibility
Or
to
it
throw
can-
on someone else.
Or someone else can just have the potion
Right.
they use.
Correct.
Okay, but what kind of potions did we get from that remnants? That no
Shelf.
this the
That's all there is. It's not.
you said it was knowledge arcane for that?
Yeah. This
I'm
is
assuming-
DC 20.
we have
Okay,
a
we-
jack.
Yeah, just
My,
Yeah,
my
but
minimum is
jacked up.
21. 22 is my minimum.
So you're able to get 1 potion.
Okay.
Resist energy, cure
Don't
serious,
bother
or
with-
invisibility.
Let's grab an invisibility and just toss it on you just in case that comes up. He can go invisible, I can go invisible. You're the one that needs to potentially go invisible when I'm not around to turn you invisible.
When I
I
know
can
it's
just go
going
like
to
this,
disappear,
disappear
I will be moving
fast.
in a retrograde fashion.
It's a weird half of the room.
Yes.
Keith Baker, whoever that is. Since every level of this book is written by a different person.
Really?
It was a Kickstarter, and so it's all the top people at Pathfinder and some other places and they each wrote 1 chapter.
What?
Interesting. That explains why it's so hodgepodge of this is completely different from whatever
Yeah,
you would build it like
there
this.
is a little bit of a through line, but yes, each dungeon, each one is written by
I'm
a
not giving
different
up my
person.
hand.
Although the first half of them were very focused on snakes.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we like reptiles and snakes.
Well, there's the
Why is he
whole.
in front? He can't open
If
the
you
door.
play it more less
Can't
disjointedly, there's the whole through
The
line
door's
of the
a hand,
snake.
a
fold.
magical pamphlet. When I only
So
have
going that way, a small kitchen opens into an aquaponics chamber. So this is the kitchen. There's nothing really there. And you come out to the aquaponics chamber. The smells of unfamiliar plants are heavy in the warm, damp air. Their tanks are filled with water, vegetation, small fish, and shellfish. Attached to the tanks are facilities for transforming the contents into meals.
Oh, wait.
The door to the south has been barricaded. There is an audible metallic noise through the door, like dozens of blades scraping against it. Assembling the door will require disassembling the barricade.
Ooh.
Is there a way to get around that without disassembling that barricade?
I know how to. Bomb.
Without disassembling the barricade.
I was just thinking, was there a way to get through passages over here that's not? Is that the only option we've got to
That
move forward?
seems to be the only option to move forward.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, wait.
Time to tunnel
No,
the barrels.
Apparently, if the steward is with you, he can provide helpful advice and sarcastic commentary. Who doesn't know everything about the maintenance?
Then how is he gonna
I don't
move
know what
this?
helpful advice he's supposed to give you. I guess they barricaded it to keep the
monsters out,
The
yeah.
monsters out.
Okay, wait. Is there anything I can grab?
Okay,
Hello,
Can I put
we're
the-
back.
baby.
We are so back.
The dinosaur story.
We're as back as a dinosaur story. Let's go ahead and mute that for a moment there. We don't need that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Does the person-
lined up
Last one off.
for the next round,
Yeah,
For another one.
probably
we've got
The
I assume you want to all move into.
is prayer also more alliance? Is prayer a
let's see here.
No,
Gotta find it.
Yeah, I think
It's gonna be here.
luck? Okay, so luck does bonus. That does stack.
Wait, how much is that? How much is
Yeah.
that?
Rockin' Ricky Ruff.
How much is that?
And Ricky doesn't want to win anymore, so
That's everything.
I know
About
it's basically
right.
+3 to everything.
Oh,
Well, actually, prayer is also damage, maybe?
Is prayer damage?
whatever that is, isn't it? Yes. +1 to attack.
will that
+1
fit?
to damage. +1 to saving throw.
Close.
+1
Yeah.
to skill
Right
checks.
before we disassemble that, I'm gonna toss greater
You
invisibility
get
on that
modified.
guy.
Alright.
Greater invisibility?
So he's got 10 rounds of being invisible.
And 1, that's for the Falcon's aim.
You go and give me
+1 more damage.
initiative.
Wait, the symbol is here.
Yeah, no, we just talked that we were doing all this stuff for disassembling.
I figured there were one on my initiative.
Red
Wait,
player
I
deck.
was
There
gonna
we
prepare
go.
I got a 16 on mine.
I just have
Calathus, 16. Alfred,
29.
Aglabob,
18.
Oh.
Very
Oh.
15.
That's
wait, what was yours,
What do you have?
Calathus?
What is your plus?
Okay,
+9,
Alex,
and then-
11.
What is everyone beat me?
Alfred.
there we go.
Everyone in the party beat
Sorry, I
me.
should
That's
keep
why
thinking
it
it's
couldn't
greater.
work.
What's your plus?
Well, who is actually
+10.
disassembling the barricade?
Who's this?
I got him.
He's the squishiest character there is.
Hey,
He's
I
also
could
the
be
rogue.
disassembling while invisible.
He is, yeah. George is invisible to save this. No, what's check? What would be the check to do it?
Or
Take
is
a
it
guidance
just, or is it
point.
just taking time
It's
while
literally just taking time.
Can I not just blow it up?
Alright.
Your bombs don't do damage.
I got this.
Even my directed explosive blast.
Oh man,
Hey, that
Pekin
can
Co-op
go
has
to
got the
Alright,
3
I
3/4
just
inch
shoot
Kiss
6 arrows
figures in
through.
stock.
We don't have
Ooh.
time.
Save up your
But I've already got
damage.
my love gun collection.
Oh, did you?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say it will take.
I got it from Entertainment
It was on
Earth.
sale that one time?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that. I can't remember if I sent
So
that
if
to
he's
you.
invisible,
I don't think so.
We just caught it. I'm glad you did, because I saw
Yeah.
it, like, oh, I should let Bobby know about this, but I couldn't remember if you cared about buying the 3 3/4 inch Kiss
Well, I
figures.
do like 3 3/4 inch, and when I get around to doing 3 3/4 theater, I have a plan. I have a plan for Kiss because
That's good.
because it's going to be good because you know it's
Who's removing the barricade?
Gene Simmons is an intergalactic bad guy who has been sentenced to exile on Earth, and his 2 wardens to keep track to make sure that he stays out of trouble while in exile are Starboy and the Captain of Outer Space.
Once we hit through this, we're gonna.
So you're gonna
and to keep the demon quelled, they decided to, or they allowed him to start a band. So they put an ad out for a drummer, and that's where Peter Criss took the advert.
He knows a lot about aliens.
He does. So
that's a layered joke.
Yeah. So yes, the demon, Starboy, and the Captain of Outer Space, and Peter Criss.
Knowledge Arcana check.
And when the demon slips his captors and joins Malice, Starboy and the Captain of Outer Space have to report back to Star Patrol to let him know that he slipped the gun, or slipped their gaze, and that leaves Peter Criss to wonder what the heck is going on. But that's when Victory shows up and decide to recruit him as the only person is to know what's going on. I have a fantastic headcanon.
I was gonna say, do you have this in like a series Bible?
I'm working on it.
I believe it.
You know what's sad about this whole thing? I've been working on this project. I've been preparing to work on this project since before the Obama administration, and I made an executive decision that no matter what happens, dadgummit, Obama's going to be my president, because I have way too many stories involving him as president. And his wife, Godzilla Obama.
You started off, saying in a far-flung future of April 2nd, 2008. And have everything that takes place take place back in 2008.
No, I'm just gonna. It's gonna be like normal time frame. It's just he's never not the president. So that's just how it is.
That is tremendous.
Because dadgummit, I worked too hard on my Obama action figure for it not to be seen and loved by the world. Attack on Titan, that's Rock. So we have Rock and Ricky Ruff versus, well, just Rock. What happened? What did I...
That's Rock and Ricky. I don't know who this person is.
It's Rock.
I thought he had a Rhino playmat.
No.
I mixed up. Oh, I don't know.
No. This is Ricky Ruff, and this is just Rock.
Oh,
Rock is playing Horny Cows.
I get what you're saying. You keep saying Rock and Ricky, then you say Rock.
Right.
And
so we got Rock and Ricky versus Rock.
There we go. Yeah, everything's right here. Everything's A-okay.
I'm glad somebody pays attention.
I'm half right.
I know. Nobody expects Rock to be playing Rock and Ricky.
It'd be one thing if he was playing the same deck.
Right.
Like, where'd you get that money? He's absolutely not budget.
I was really... Oh, wow, sorry. So that means Ricky got the pair down because Rock did not win his game. And Ricky got there in 2 against Woo Troll.
Right.
6 again. Oh, Rock gets to go long. Go long.
Okay, gotcha. So, I do have Hold Full on me though, so I'm going to cast that.
So then Alfred takes his shot.
The Amiibo's NFC field picks up on the computer and I start downloading massive image files to it. But no, thanks to awesome Mr. Murphy, I now have a Wii Fit Trainer Amiibo. I'm going to load it up into my Smash Ultimate. I'm going to make it a male model with the red suit on, I believe, and it's going to be Richard Simmons.
There you go. I was really happy when I went to GameStop to pick my Overwatch figures. I didn't realize GameStop was getting a restock on the Player 2 version of Bayonetta.
Oh!
So, Bayonetta 1 version.
Right.
I never got her because at the time Best Buy just sold out of her when she was exclusive. So
Right.
I was like, never been able to pick her up. And they said, what's on the counter? I'm like,
Nice!
is that a pre-order for somebody or is that available? And I was talking, I usually get the assistant store manager and he's like, well, I pre-ordered it, but I don't want it. You can have it. I'm like,
Okay, Inquisition resolves and Rock gets stripped of one of his cows.
as I continue to buy amiibo that are really used for nothing except sitting on a shelf.
32.
32 will hit. It's touch
Hey,
AC.
you don't have to use them for anything.
Oh, I know. I know.
They are fantastic little statuettes.
Buddy.
Okay.
Yep, I always buy ones that I'm like, oh, this is cute, and nothing else will ever get made for this. Like
Right.
K-Rool or Ice Climbers.
Yeah, that's the only way you're gonna get an ice climber. Anything. Wow, a Thoughtseize this time. So Ricky, being a jerky McJerkface, he is down to 16 life though. So combat attacks goes to now to 16. So I guess the 2 power cow. So Rock has a Terminate and 2 more cows in hand. Liliana! Ah!
Kill everything.
Oh, Lily. Oh, Lily.
Fire is still running. I recommend we do too.
Well, if that's the case, then we'll stay in initiative order. Calathus,
Ricky,
you are
you
next.
dirty, dirty
We can
player.
rearrange ourselves, is that fine?
Let's see here. Da da da. So, Rock just got taken out of this game.
Yeah, he's got greater invisible.
So, that's unfortunate. Let's see here. There it
Rolls in
is.
for this short
We're just
hallway
going to go ahead and bring
hallway
this
was
up over
This
here.
hallway's covered with a wave of tiny constructs. That's the junk golem that was there.
There we
That we're
go.
playing.
Last Hope is mean, but it's not of the Veil, so
0-2 death.
You can move past Alice.
so Rocket down
It's a
to
move action to
18.
open the door.
Oh, cows.
Getting those
This
cows.
chamber is a shallow pool. The bottom is lined with a glittering layer of liquid.
So I can have a 28.
It's
Get a little bigger there.
I'm just letting you know that it's my banhammer. I didn't know if you were wondering what's going
I
on
know that. I was
there.
just reading this.
Oh, the Inquisition. It's target player reveal their hand. You choose a non-land card from with CMC 3 or less, and they discard that card. Not bad for a 1-mana drop, and at its heyday, it got up to a $25 uncommon.
I can believe it.
19.
So Rock looking to fire back. We've got a Tireless Tracker on the other side.
Right.
22.
22.
Yeah, that's bad if Dad has to look it up.
It's a Ooman Scout.
You did not get it.
Landfall, put a clue into play. When you sack a clue, put a +1/+1 counter and Tireless Tracker. Pretty good synergy, and she's a 3/2 for 3 mana.
Dang it, it costs initiative.
This is a
And
side
Ricky
cube.
has
It takes up essentially that whole section
clues.
there.
Those are his clues. So looks like he has 2 of them now. So oh, that's not a. I've got this thing for a reason. Clues. And Ricky's down to 15.
Oh,
You see a lot of energy usage in modern.
For a while there was, and then people just like really gravitated away from it. Modern's very fickle. It's hilarious how one of the top tier decks was Delver, and then
Yeah, no fire damage. Good for that.
Gataxian Probe gets banned, and all of a sudden the deck is deemed nearly unplayable,
One card, man.
or no. What it wasn't Get Probe. It was Delver was a top tier deck, and then they printed Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time, which made it better, like exponentially better. And then Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time got banned, and then somehow Delver's now unplayable. It was like, is it because you just got used to where it was and you forgot where it came from?
That's basically how a lot of stuff goes.
That's just sad.
It's like, this deck is like tier A, and then becomes like tier S, and you're like,
right.
When it goes back to tier A, it's like, well, it's garbage, throw it away.
Yeah.
It was winning games before.
Yeah. It was like, nothing really changed to not make it good.
It's on the meta, the internet told me so.
It's true.
It was a top 16, doesn't matter.
You fool, everybody's moved on to Eldrazi. That's a safe one that's not going to get banned.
Hope you invested heavily in that.
Oh, Eye of Eugene. You were bad idea from the start. Oh, so Ricky has the Liliana Last Hope. Liliana the Last Hope is you get an emblem with, at the beginning of your end step, put X 2/2 zombies onto the battlefield, where X is 2+ the number of zombies you control.
Getting big.
Yep, and there's just no beating that. Not unless you're safely ensconced behind a ensnaring bridge, or you're hoarding a worship, or you're going to win on your next turn. A Liliana the Last Hope Ultimate is just game ending. And honestly, any Planeswalker Ultimate should be game ending. But some are just more game ending than others.
Well, at least they should feel powerful.
Right.
I think it's the case that they should feel powerful because you have to work towards them.
Right.
I mean, there are some that I feel are game ending, but there's some that you can come back from. I feel like that makes for a more balanced card.
I think the problem with a lot of the uber strong Planeswalkers that are unfair, in my eyes, are the colorless ones, namely Eugene and Karn. They themselves aren't the problem, it's the way that they get there. Karn Liberated is 7 mana that has 6 loyalty. And not only does he have 6 loyalty, he has a +4 loyalty as his plus ability. Yeah, he has a -14, but
that's only 2 turns.
It doesn't.
It stays protected.
Right. He comes down. Yeah, and most Planeswalkers are set up to ultimate on the 3rd or 4th turn. That's not. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with how much loyalty is working on this, because as soon as he comes down, before you can even respond to him, he's got 10 loyalty. And that's half of a player's life.
Yep.
And it's just crazy how much loyalty that is. I don't have a problem. 7 mana, you can make him 6 loyalty. You can make him 5 loyalty. Have him ultimate at 9 or 10. And give him maybe a +2 and a -3. The -3 isn't that bad. It's exile permanent. It'd be better if it was exile non-land permanent, but I mean, it is what it is. But 7 mana, 6 loyalty, -3 exile permanent should be +2. Yeah, +2 target player exiles a card from their hand, and then -10, -9. Still get there, but keep the loyalty numbers reasonable. that's my real problem with Karn, is just how hard it is to kill him. And then Eugene is the same way. Eugene the Spirit Dragon, 8 mana, 7 loyalty, and yeah, he comes down and he's gonna have 9 loyalty again. No,
because it's really hard to take that down.
And again, the problem that I have with Eugene is he's not overly difficult to kill because he only goes up by 2. I mean, it's annoying that he starts with 7 and he goes up by 2, but my problem with Eugene is on his -X, it doesn't say, it does say or less. Those 2 words are too strong on a card like this. It's -X, exile each permanent with converted mana cost X or less that's 1 or more colors. Yeah, that is really big. He comes down with 7, and in most formats you can -3, -4, and you just get rid of everything your opponent has worked for.
That's multicolored.
It because odds are they're not playing a a colorless deck. And if they are, then well, it's a race to Ultimate Eugene. But
what's crazy with these, like you're pointing out, is like in Tron, it just takes 3 lands.
Right, 1/2/7 Tron or 1/2/7 Karn.
Yep.
1/2/7 +1 Eugene.
Yep.
Turn 3 Karn, turn 4 Eugene. Was nice playing. I hope you killed me. Oh, you didn't? Well, you're dead now. But yeah,
You just can't come back from that.
no, it's dumb. I used to be able to click on the thing and it would take me down to the listing of it. Oh, look at that! I might as well just leave it right where it was.
Too soon, bucko.
I was a little too soon. I was getting ready for to work it out, and it's gonna be highlighted. So there it is.
There we go.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep. Don't even need to take it off the screen. Ricky's kind enough to put it right where it was.
Oh, what we got Rock doing here?
Of the Veil. Liliana of the Veil, of course, you know, it's 3 mana for 3 loyalty, +1, each player discards a card, -2, target player sacks a creature. And then -6, separate all permanents, target player controls into 2 piles, and then they sacrifice one of them. Or one of the piles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and it's not really the ultimate that gets you. It's just the soul crushing denial is, oh, like most modern decks, you're building on like 1 or 2 fairly powerful creatures to kill me. It's like, well, I guess you didn't need those. Oh, let's just start stripping our hand too, because I don't care if I have no cards in the hand. I've got a Liliana in play. I don't need cards in my hand. I don't own any of these, but I'm going to tell you what, if I did, I'd have 4 of them and I'd play 8-rack, because I like me some 8-rack. That's right up my alley, because I play Lantern, and I played KCI, and I like me some eggs. So, yeah, I like decks that don't really play Magic. I like to play a card game that somewhat resembles Magic the Gathering.
Well, that's why I'm excited for that Jace card. It really comes down to, I'm going to sit here and mill,
right.
I'm going to sit here and mill myself. You need to kill me before I do this.
Yeah, and you have to take Jace off the table and probably my Lab Maniac that I'm going to have as a backup anyway. Otherwise, I'm gonna kill myself because I'll do it too.
I don't care.
I'll do it.
I only spent $5 to get to this tournament. I don't care.
They're not exactly hidden.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I want to get. I don't know what the market looks like for that Jace, but I want to get 4 of them, and I want to start building a deck.
So can I tell him the triggering with 10, 5 beta each of
He just
Yes,
looks too damn fun.
essentially, the 4 squares that surrounding each of them.
No.
Yeah, that's where they're trapped, basically.
That's why
You're
I
gonna try
said
to
we
grab
should go
anything
the
that goes
opposite
there.
way.
Wait.
Can
I
I
said
attempt to
no, we're
destroy them?
trapped. Dad.
Make that into a playmat.
Again, they are trapped. You can disable device them.
I should.
Does not appear to
I
be
can help
any
you.
I guess you
thing
got a
about
better
the
one that'd make a
damage,
good playmat. It's
a
very
mechanism
similar to
damage
that.
them other than that.
I would help you. Look at it.
I can help you too. I can help.
Agua Bob, are you going to attempt anything? Okay, do you have disabled device?
I got disabled
Okay.
device.
And remember to take a +1 from the.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, +3 to that, so plus 22 to save.
So to get there, you will have to go through one of their attack attempts.
This one pops up a lot. It is Photoshop. It's bugs that Photoshop that thing.
Mm.
So shooting him in.
Wait, what's your device?
See, now Dud had an idea for a good playmat.
So you get to...
He wants to take like the Smash Brothers character select screen and put in his commanders on that. And that's a really good idea. I like that.
All around.
Agua Bob, you're up now.
But yeah, the new Jace makes me really think of this scene from Blazing Saddles where Sheriff Bart takes himself hostage.
38.
Kolagon's command. Rock's getting serious now.
28 or 38?
28.
Uh, 28 is good, so that one is disabled.
So we have a Nehead and some other cow. And is he attacking Lily?
Yeah, we have track
I
line.
have a pretty
My God, what is this? Is that a Mogus or something? I don't. That might be an Angrath. That's a lot of text for a proxy. But at least he wrote it out on notebook paper and then slid it right into the sleeve, so he's not all written on top of a card or a token. And I appreciate that level of attention, Rock.
Go ahead.
And they're dead. Oh, damnation! Yep, that's one way of getting rid of your threats. Oh, it's Mogus. Okay, so it's not.
And I'm about to disable that.
It's not. He said he's indestructible, so that means it is Mogus, the god of slaughter. I would imagine.
Damnation's a good card.
Yours was good enough.
Needs to be printed more.
Damnation.
Is it still?
It could use another printing.
For a while there, I knew it was really expensive. I think I got one reprint. I wasn't sure where it's at.
I'll just move closer in. I'm not gonna actually. I'm sort of just gonna kind of sit. Yeah, moving up then once everything's
Tinkerbell.
Any how many dollars is that are appropriate right now?
20, 25, 30.
It breaks down organic metals, 10 points of acid damage.
It is still a $30 card.
Needs reprint.
It does. It does.
How many printings does it have? It's only,
Not many. No, it's
because it was in Time Spiral. Or sorry, a Future Sight. Which one?
no, it was Planar Chaos.
That's what. Sorry, that's what I said. Sorry.
Let's see here. It was. Here it is. It's Modern Masters 3, Plane Chase. It was a promo. Oh, an online promo. It was a Judge promo, Plane Chase, and Modern Masters 3.
Could use a couple more.
Yeah, could use at least one more reprinting. And Tireless Tracker comes down. No clues.
But,
I'm slacking on my job.
Wizards, you can't be just reprinting all these cards.
3 damage.
No, because why make money?
It costs the exact same to print Black Lotus as it does cost to print a Swamp.
That is not true. That is absolutely not true, and you know that is not true.
It costs the same amount of paper.
No, it does cost the same amount of paper. But if Wizards of the Coast were to print Black Lotuses, it would cost them so much in legal fees.
saying as far as a card.
Right.
I'm going to the extremes as an example.
Right, which is why I'm going to those same extremes in the reality of the situation.
Okay, in this situation, it costs just as much to reprint Damnation as it does to reprint a swamp. Just print a swamp and toss it into something.
I will probably be at the shop probably 1-ish.
Stuff's happening in there. There's some people in there too.
Why, you want to ride, Damien? Tireless Tracker gets in for 5. Rock goes down to 13.
You guys are now in a nice tight
And, oh.
I'm right here.
So he's going to go down to 3. He's up to 2.
I'm not in that one. I disabled
Oh, I bet.
so I'm not in the
Oh, I bet.
That's what I was searching for. Go ahead.
Well, you've got such a dumb deck that, you know, you can't expect to win anything like that with anything.
I just realized if someone got enough
That's okay. The Cool Kids bracket's where all the cool kids hang
in
out.
an army, the other option army could just walk past it and they would all just get one shot.
Ah!
If you can get within 30 feet, I'd like to
Just get about 38 years.
And ate it.
Ah, gotcha.
So, swing-a-ding. Rocks down to 3. Oh!
This game is delightfully close.
It is because Ricky doesn't play a whole lot of creatures, and he's having to contend with Mogus. Mogus, yeah, at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, Mogus deals 2 damage to them unless they sack a creature. So, yeah. Oh! Abrupt Decay. What? Yep, and that's the game.
actually 1d6, so
The ooze was the only
So Ricky Ruff got there. Rhinoless Ricky Ruff got there. Goes up 6 wins on the year. And Rock, unfortunately, drops to his 5th loss. That's okay, because I feel any day now, horny cows or $9 Rakdos, or his mono blue mill will get him back on top.
There we go.
It's gonna happen. I was sad to hear that his Uno Rojo Dragas is no longer his. He said he was building it for a friend, and he finally gave it to that friend. So no more Uno Rojo Dragas. It's just sad, very sad. Oh. Time to get a pair of pants. A decent pair of pants.
Super 7 got their Snake Mountain all announced and everything.
Yes.
It goes on sale on May 1st.
Uh-huh.
$600.
Uh-huh.
Plus shipping.
Oh! Plus... Wow, that's...
And get the... So, and they're gonna...
That's petty!
Well, here, I'm gonna ask, here's all the fees. Everyone, because they're also doing a payment plan. But their payment plans always add an extra percentage on top of everything. So you're gonna spend $600. I'm guaranteeing this thing, have you seen how big this thing is?
It's
when you open it up all open, it is 3 feet wide and 4 feet tall.
Oh, still.
And so the box is gonna be ginormous, and their shipping is already really expensive.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to bet it's gonna be $50, $60 shipping. Oh, sorry, plus tax, of course.
Plus tax. Oh,
So
yeah,
you're looking
obviously.
at, $600, let's say 10%. So $660 plus another $50, $60 in shipping, plus let's say like $15 percentage-wise. So it's like you're looking at, and people, a lot of people, Masters fans live in Europe and other places. So you're looking at import fees on top of shipping. Some people are adding up like they're probably looking to pay $1,000 for this thing.
So it is helpless.
That's...
And people are looking like, oh, I can't wait. I'm like, come on, guys.
There we go.
There's a point when you have to go, you know, this is outrageous. This is way too expensive.
Just because.
I would just like to point out on the on the back side of that, on the reverse of that, I went through Target the other day.
Okay.
And I saw their new like Savage
Savage Worlds.
the Savage Worlds DCs, and the Savage Worlds Batcave,
Yeah, the one that,
which is pretty cool. It's very reminiscent of Snake Mountain / Castle Grayskull. You know, it seems to be probably 2 feet tall.
Yeah.
Opens up into a playset, much like the original Castle Grayskull. $40.
Oh, it's down to 40.
I believe it said 40, maybe 60 at the most. 60.
60 is the price.
Even a 60.
Yeah, if it's a big chunk of plastic.
Big chunk of plastic. There's stairs in there. There's a cage. There's, I mean, it feels very Castle Grayskull. $60.
Yep.
And the monster is still next to it.
Matty Quick, you got some splaining to
Yeah,
do.
well, this is Super 7.
Super 7, you got some
Super 7
splaining
is
to do.
licensing everything.
It doesn't
They're
matter.
the ones producing it. Well, hell, Mattel when Castle Grayskull was only $250
Right.
when they made it. And I know it was years ago, but that was everyone was like, that's expensive, but it was justifiable because
Right.
it is a massive
Right.
playset. And Snake Mountain now, it's like no.
No, don't get me wrong. Snake Mountain looks gorgeous.
Tentacles, too.
It's not $600 gorgeous. That's just greedy.
There's a lot of questions with it. I get that things are expensive when you're using that much plastic, and I understand the size part of it. But even then, I'm thinking like comparing to other companies and stuff, like 400. Like 400 is what I was expecting.
Right.
And
It could be arguable at 400.
yeah, and I was gonna say that's expensive, but I would probably go that route. And I'd probably
Right.
go, you know what? I'll get it. That's fine. When you're starting 600 plus shipping plus everything else, you're looking at like $700. I'm like, no. I've bought like everything for Masters since this line started.
Right.
I will not buy that.
No. You even bought the unflocked Panther. Arguably the worst mistake they made. And what was it? Trapjaw has a backwards arm that they won't fix. Who has the backwards arm that they won't fix? It was Trapjaw, wasn't
No,
it?
Trapjaw was fine. No, it was King Hiss had backwards shoulders, and then some Robotos also had backwards shoulders.
Right. So and
then Stinkor had swapped arms, swapped forearms.
maybe that's what I'm thinking about. Stinkor.
King
but
Hiss was the biggest problem with backwards shoulders.
yeah, and all of those are forgivable. But an unflocked Panther.
Well, when it comes to when it goes back to Snake Mountain, when it comes to that, like their figures are already like sometimes come when they get produced and made and come to me, they're almost a lot of times there's like little problems.
Right.
Where it's like this figure is like 80% of the way to being like a really good figure. Okay, whatever.
Right.
And it sucks that I'm spending like $40 each for these.
Right.
It's not like a perfect product. But it's okay. But then you're saying, like, they already produce quality of that nature, and you're expecting me to trust them with $600 for a ginormous playset, and expect if this shows up and it's not perfect, people are going to have a fit.
Right. For that price, it better be flawless.
Yeah, even
not even a small paint misalignment.
Even Hasbro with the sail barge, there's been some QC problems with those, and that's Hasbro.
Yeah.
So how do you expect me a smaller company like Super 7 to nail this? There's so many variables where I'm like, I'm not doing it. The price was already alone, like, but I still, you always have like 1% in the back there, like, maybe I will, I don't know.
No.
But there, I think about all this stuff, I'm like, I'm so petty, but I'm gonna, if I put it in my cart and I see the shipping amount, I'm gonna go, fuck you.
Right.
It's just, it's bad. And there's so many people that have been like, so excited for it and so stoked for it that they're just like going in head first, and I'm just like, expect better. Like, really, you complain about their figures. Like, these people are wanting to complain about the quality of the figures.
And
like,
that's the problem about it, is like they know they're going to sell them.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down to. It's the same issue with Wizards. From guilds and allegiances, you know, well, it starts with guilds and it's just going to continue from there because they have no reason to stop. But the ultimate planeswalkers that you can only buy from the Hasbro shop, you know, adding an additional $100 for 8 cards.
Yep. And they sell out every time.
And they sell out!
Although the last run for the last set was kind of a boner where they were like on eBay and they had like a ton sitting and they were not selling them. It was kind of a mess for that release.
But
it seemed like they produced too many for that set.
But it's okay because they're not going to have that problem in this set. No. Not at all. Did you see the lineup for this one?
No, I didn't. I knew they were doing it again, which is funny, but I didn't.
Right.
I didn't look at the cards. I don't know which ones they are.
27.
I assume they're good with your setup question.
30 something on
We don't need to disable them.
38.
We don't need to disable
Yeah, because even when they do these, I just know they're doing them. I don't necessarily know much about the cards.
The Mythic Edition
Because he ignored the construct.
is Jace the Mind Sculptor
Oh,
and
God.
Eugene the Spirit Dragon.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. And then it follows up Gideon Blackblade, which is the new Gideon, which he's not bad. Tezzeret the Seeker. The only problem that I have with Tezzeret the Seeker, I'm going to bring him up here. Because...
Jace the Mind Sculptor. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're just giving you Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Well, they want to make sure they
Tezzeret the
sell
Seeker.
them. They want to make sure they can sell them out.
Mythic Edition. Okay. Yeah, look at this guy. Please explain to me why this Tezzeret has a 70s cop stash.
Oh god, does he?
Yeah, look at that. That is like a stubbly chin and a big old. I'm gonna.
He'd be right at home in NYPD Blue.
Right.
Circlewitz?
Oh, right.
Blanking on that.
I'm just gonna save this because I'm gonna blow it up.
Much larger than the others, standing as tall as ogres. An oversized
Save.
in the center of each wall. The door southwest is guarded by faint arcs of electricity,
Mythic.
like the door to the south.
Electrical resistance?
We don't
Yeah.
have electrical
Infrequent intervals.
We need electrical and
Yeah, there he is.
touch the door and not the bug.
Sorry.
Yep. Oh wow. Yeah. That's
Um,
why.
I think we might.
But I have to do
when
I'm not disabling it.
they already had
They all have to-
Tezzeret
Apparently only the
like
more
set up
sized ones.
with this chin strap. It is already established. The man has dreads and chin strap.
Okay.
Instead of this feathered hair and a porn stash.
Oh, wait, we know what these things
It's just odd. You know what?
I'm holding one of their arms.
Costs just do that, right?
it could be
Victor.
from- they have different stuff.
Let's see
This one
here.
was damaged.
You know, these ones aren't. These
I'm
are
gonna
clear.
slap
These are
it.
giant ogres.
Mythic.
You're gonna stealth yourself through the
Victor
door,
Adam
or maybe I can
Minguez.
Okay.
You got some splaining to do.
Oh my-
It's like, what in the world were you thinking? Because I asked this question to one of my other game groups, and a fairly spot-on description came back.
Never mind then.
So you can move up to 12 total squares. then.
So it's one.
You're gonna whip out the easiest battle ever this year. There's only four. The more difficult battle that happens.
Alex.
So my turn. Move me closer.
No, we
There's a lot of stuff that happens in this chat room.
I might do a teleport to get within line of sight.
Just
There's
have
one
to-
movement to get in line of sight.
No.
We're not
Yeah.
I'm gonna teleport.
Well, maybe
Um,
it's like this one over there.
He looks like his head. It looks like he took his head and put it on the body of a 25-year-old girl who just finished her avocado toast before heading to yoga, or hot yoga.
You would have
Yeah.
one.
He needs a man bun. That's really what
That would be the only thing.
That mustache is like needs a man bun.
Yeah, well, that
What does this artist look like?
Okay. What are their?
that's a very good. That's a very. But that mustache, if it had a man bun, it would have to twirl at the end.
Sure, yeah,
It'd have to be waxed.
Theoretically, they're
Let's see
robots have
here.
to be
What
charged.
does Victor Adam
They
Minguez
will
look
run out of
like?
juice if
That's always a
they
good
ground
question to ask when you're
That is,
questioning
that
like,
is.
the design of a character.
That is.
Okay.
but
So.
not an irrelevant.
So wait, an hour?
Does that mean they're susceptible to break enchantment?
Sometimes it's hard to find pictures of what artists look like.
So I've got that one as well, actually. So.
You're both fucking breaking
But they're
chains.
not immune.
It does
to
not
anything
look
other
like
than-
that.
I'm waiting for you guys.
Not right now in that picture at
They're
least.
immune to
Nah.
breaking stuff, but
I'm
not.
not there.
They're in one big long line.
It won't be me, it'll be their arm.
I
If I
could
take
walk.
the arm,
Oh.
But he likes to draw mustaches, looks like.
Oh, that.
slap you with it.
That may be.
I think I'm gonna do that. I got Wall of Force prepared. I'm gonna Wall of Force straight across here.
Wow.
You have to hop on
It kind of looks like he does put himself into a lot of art.
He just takes pictures of himself as his reference photo.
Yeah.
It's around.
Wow. That's sneaky.
A wall whose area is up to 1.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people do it, but
Wall cannot
my
move.
word.
Breath weapons and spells cannot pass through in either direction.
Art station.
It blocks ethereal creatures.
Hey, Bob can.
Creature can form a wall into a flat vertical plane whose area is up to 1 10-foot square per level. The wall must be continuous and unbroken when formed. Any object or creature spell fails.
Victor Adam Art. Let's see what his website says
Yes, it
anything
says
about
10
him.
foot square per level. It doesn't say how tall it is. But the area
Can I just throw a bomb
would
to
be
it, Dad?
part of that, right?
Can I just throw a bomb to it?
Yeah, it's so 1 10-foot square. I think it's squared like 4x4.
Wait, one of those?
So like a 4x4 square per level.
Yeah, right.
But, I mean, it's supposed to be that's a 5th level spell. It's supposed to be a
What
very large area.
Does
So it's like this. It's
Right.
these two.
So it could be all the way up to the ceiling.
Look.
I mean, it's up to that size. So it could be like all
Like.
the way, like leave a couple feet at the top, so as to let him throw stuff over or whatever.
Oh, we don't. Wait, so I can't just throw bombs into it?
Well, it depends on how
You cannot
big.
throw bombs through it.
You can't go through it, but I could.
You can make a little window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you make
Yeah.
a
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
So I can't make holes.
yeah.
Put a little space at the top.
He's got a little stubble. I can tell.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
I think he was rocking a stash at one point.
Yeah.
Wait, just to their height. How tall are they?
Opening
Oh,
doors all the
How
time.
tall are they?
Roll across right there.
How tall are they?
Tezra the Seeker.
So
They're
really,
exact, like 1 foot.
Why?
Exact height.
What does that make? You know?
Why? It,
ceilings are 15
He-
feet high.
It's not just that. It's like the little like bangs in the top of his hair. And
yeah, this is a man. This this is a man who.
And attempt to get as close.
Let's see here.
Feet.
No, not
Oh, sorry, I had
shards.
2 questions. I did have-
Oh, I gotta go back to the actual just Tezra. Yeah, this is a guy
There.
That'll do.
who looks like the most Rasta person
yeah.
in Magic.
That's like his original artwork is like dreads everything.
Right.
And again, chin strap.
Yeah, chin strap, dreads, a very distinct look.
Yeah.
Who doesn't look like Victor
It's like
Adam?
getting Urza a mustache.
I got a fireball. but
Yeah. Again, a man who has beard,
Yeah. But not just mustache.
but yeah, not just a mustache, not just a mustache.
Man, I want to kill some people.
It almost feels like this is a flashback that he and Bolus were having a conversation. It's like, oh yeah, I remember that time. That was when we had the mustache. Reminiscing about all the people they've killed. They're like, oh yeah, I remember that one. That was the time we had the mustache.
The past when mustaches were huge.
You can aim to hit that one.
Gonna take you for a mustache ride.
That was back when men were machines and mustaches were big.
Doing alternate art soul the moment.
It's the directed blast. Which is
Yeah.
a 5-foot cone.
Yeah, like even his original card.
Yeah, it's right there.
I have 4 bombs.
Yeah.
You can't move.
Oh, he was this one, wasn't he?
You can move and throw one bomb.
Yeah, the Alara one. Yeah.
It's both ways.
Wait,
Dreads, chin strap.
Yep.
Very cheekbony, not baby fat and stubble.
Well, now he's like, and he's also like this like, weird crop top going on.
Right.
Sorry, Nate.
I mean, effectively, once
It's-
you put up a choice,
I mean-
they are a null thing.
It's like he looks like someone
You're
though.
talking to the guy who volunteered.
I'm trying to think of who he looks like
Roll
to
your
me.
damage. Roll your attacks, buddy.
Okay, so does this damage apply to all of them? Even though
Alright.
Mm.
So the directed one does the damage to
Give me a
one,
second, give me a second.
and then the area of effect damage
Applies to the middle ones. So the middle ones will be getting hit area of effect
No, no.
4 times.
I have 4.
Just Ah.
One there. One there. One
Okay, so
there.
this bomb here hits this guy. This bomb here hits both of those guys. This guy's getting
Each bomb
one,
gets- each one gets
2. This guy's getting 2. Each of these guys are getting 1 splash.
You know.
So 1 splash, 2 splashes, 2 splashes, 1 splash,
Yeah, each
and then
of them-
each one of them gets
each-
the
yeah.
direct hit.
Each one
But you have
I
to
wonder
get
if he
the
drew
direct
this
hit.
right after he watched Hereditary.
38. 31.
Is it really
Draw what you know, man.
4, you got more
Oh, wait, yeah, no.
minuses.
plus 12, buddy?
Okay.
That's what you plus
Well, then
the
say
2
18.
more, so
18 would be
14.
30. 30. Okay.
So then 25 for that one.
25.
He's actually at plus 3, not plus 2. He's got better going for the rounds.
Third one.
It's just I'm very sad with because that's the ultimate box topper. That is a mythic edition.
You're paying a premium.
Tezzeret the Seeker.
Paying a premium dollar. What are the other cards in this mythic edition besides the big ones?
Right.
I think it's actually.
Garruk, Apex Predator, the one that eats planeswalkers. We got Dragon God Nicol Bolas. That's the new Nicol Bolas. Yeah. We've got original Nahiri and Sarkhan Unbroken. It really is like these don't matter.
Nope.
There are people who are going to be excited for Nicol Bolas and people who are going to be excited for the Gideon and the Tezzeret for some reason. But these two, the Jace and the Eugene, they are the chases. And if Scott does another mythic draft,
Mostly, I have no idea how dangerous those things
yeah,
are.
I'll give you a right, Damien. I know. I've read it a long time. Is that a? Oh, it's not Twitch. It's YouTube.
Yeah, you have to roll damage.
Yeah, so first
Amazon.
one was 17, 21, 23.
I'll give you a ride. Like I said, I probably head out about 1. We'll grab some lunch and head on down if you want. I'll give you a call. But if Scott does another mythic draft,
Okay. So the roll a second. Splash damage.
I'm gonna get stuck with Sarkhan because
You could seed first.
that's my luck.
You could do it. You could win.
Well, no, I mean, I did decent in the draft itself, but the allure of the draft is to get the Planeswalker pack,
Yeah, you're gonna do great.
and
30 damage.
I believe in you.
Third one.
Okay.
but
17.
I got Jaya
30 damage.
Okay.
when I played. I got Jaya.
I know. You gotta tell me. Is that a? I assume that your tone. That's a bad card.
Yeah. See, the average price
0%
of a Mythic Edition Planeswalker from this set is about $50.
Okay.
And the reason that it's averaging out the 50 is because Jaya is $15.
That's good. She's really popular. I can tell.
She's not good. She's okay. This was a double whammy on my part. Not only did I get shafted with the bad one,
So you have plus 3 more than normal.
I do not like Jaya Ballard. Just as a character in whole. She
Yep, it was on.
well, she's an old bitch that just needs to die is who she is. So but the only thing this did is force my hand into building the Fire Song Sunspeaker deck,
I think there's a
which I'm still trying to figure out what to do.
plus 17. Okay. So 17.
Fire Song and Sunspeaker, they were the box topper for
Oh, yeah, I
Dominaria.
remember those. Yeah.
They were the first card that you
Box topper. Yeah.
could only get as the box topper. And they were exactly what that should have been. It was like nichely a fairly good card, not a mandatory for winning in the meta. the time one did. Karn's Temporal.
I'm eating this because I'm
That's,
not
you go right ahead.
That's fine. I'm listening to your story.
Head over to the door.
Not like no, it's not that. It's the take an extra turn and then shuffle it into your deck card. That is instant speed and only costs 7 mana. But Firesong and Sunspeaker, I've been wanting to do something with them for a while, and wouldn't you know it, being saddled with a Mythic Edition Jaya Ballard is what's pushing me to finally build Firesong and Sunspeaker.
That's what you need sometimes.
I know. I just...
There are chunks of cherry in this.
Well, yeah, there were a chunk of blackberry in the other one. Just blackberry is a much more mild of a fruit. It's not as tart forward as a cherry. The other problem with getting the Jaya Ballard, I bought a fair amount of Dominaria, which is what she's out of.
I feel like I can tell where this story is going to.
And I've already got 3 foil Jaya Ballards, and I think at least 4 non-foil Jaya Ballards. So I was good on Jaya, considering nobody wants Jaya Ballard. Yeah?
She's a Mythic and Dominaria?
I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, all Planeswalkers were Mythic.
Oh, okay.
She's a Planeswalker. Until War of the Spark and Lorwyn, before Mythic was introduced, all Planeswalkers were at Mythic level. So yeah. I got several Jaya Ballards.
Which one are you hitting, buddy?
And now I have an incredibly good-looking
Okay, so that hits 20.
Jaya Ballard. She, you know, that look is like, I feel like I've forgotten something. Ah, yes! It was my pants! Alright, ooh.
I'm leaving the rest of you.
So Damien was listening to us talk about the Primal Age DC stuff and sent us the Amazon link.
Yeah, Funko makes these.
Yeah, $60.
Well, you have to
And it's not bad.
It's perfectly adequate.
Wait, you failed it?
No.
We
You
got-
disabled the trap. That was
There we go.
What is he making?
Yeah, let's
For guidance.
Why is he trying to
expanded view.
Ability.
Do you have infusion?
Save him.
Yes. I don't?
No.
So
Yes,
19
I do.
for 12.
I can just give
Bat
people my
cave.
spells, like, you guys want.
Plus 3.
Yep. 3 and then a 4th for guidance.
You should use those spells.
Excuse me, Tezra. You gotta move. You gotta move. No, nobody cares about you right now. Because we've got back cave to look at.
What's that? You get
Yeah.
2 4th level
Solid.
spells you got.
Your sheep's in his way.
Good interior.
I like that.
It's not overly elaborate, but it gets the job done.
I mean, it's really no different
Then Castle Grayskull. It really, you got the throne that twists, that probably opens a trap door. You got a cage. You got this spinal column staircase or ladder that you can move up and down. It looks like we've got a little bit of an armory, which is better than just the cardboard that came with Grayskull. So at least they're moving up. We've got this little bat banner tapestry. Even it's pretty cool looking. And I'm not gonna lie, I gave it a second thought. And I'm like, I'm not getting this.
I've maintained if I went to Target and it was on clearance, I'd buy it.
Right. But I couldn't throw, what was it, $30 at the TMNT street level. Didn't you say that they got clearance
yeah,
out?
when they had those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the 4 foot
it was
street level,
Yeah, it was
sewer level.
That is like a $90 play set that they screwed up the pricing. It was $15. So I went to Target and bought 2 of them.
Right.
One for my friend Rob, who was the judge for Hero.
Right.
I had one. I had that thing together and everything. It's cool.
Right.
It's too big.
It's the same reason why I was like, hey, here you're gonna get the barge. I'm like, no.
Good idea.
It's neat, but no.
Yeah, I eventually took it apart from the box. I took it to Acme, but like, this is still like a $90 set. I just want $15 for it because that's all I paid for it.
Right.
And I said, he's like, okay, so give me some money. And I was like, oh, good, because it was out of my hair. Because
Right.
I was like, I can't do anything with this. I have the street diorama that NECA made that came with the Team and
Right.
Yeah, I have that sitting on top of so I can handle that. That's about as big
Right.
as I
Right.
can handle.
But yeah,
I want to finish Diamond Select for their Ghostbusters line. They have like when you buy like all the figures in a series, you can put together something. The first one was the rooftop scene from Ghostbusters, and the second one is a facade of the firehouse.
Okay.
And it's like this tall.
Okay.
Because it's like a to scale facade
Right.
of the firehouse. So I have like the last 2 waves were real Ghostbusters figures, so I bought those, and now I have like half of a firehouse I want to finish.
Right.
And I'm trying to debate if I want to get together and try to put this monstrosity somewhere.
Not my choice. I'm not standing next to it.
Because I'm already buying the NECA quarter scale turtles that I have to. I have the turtles. I need to pick up Foot Soldier, and the Shredder is coming out.
Because you have to.
Well, the problem with the Foot Soldiers is that I want 2 of them, but they're 18 inches tall and $120 each. So I'm like, I guess I just gotta have one and be happy with it.
But those are some really beautiful turtles, though.
The big ones, and even the 7-inch ones they made are so nice.
Right.
You're invisible. And
I think it's been a while. I'm gonna take
yeah, I wonder where everyone's at.
Well, this run was so quick. I guarantee you we're waiting on Bryce. Because that's how it goes in the Wild Midwest. I'm gonna the Wild Midwest. I'm gonna pop out for half a tick. We're gonna leave you with the sultry sounds of the Pathfinder Society. I'm gonna find out who's gonna be on camera next, and hopefully we'll be back with the 3rd round right quick.
Don't you go no place.
I don't think channeling positive energy works on something that isn't
Blunt
alive.
adamantine.
I'll have to check that out.
How much damage?
19 blunt adamantine and 5 acid.
That's what that
Your
is.
invisibility is coming.
If we don't have our two spells.
Then that one is going to swing at the flying guy.
Wait, how tall is the ceiling?
15 feet, buddy.
Can I reach up 15 feet?
Well, he's size. This one is size large, and he has a Gui's arm, so yeah, he's
Yeah, you can reach. You got a 20-foot reach.
So,
21 though.
tell me, dude.
Am I correct in assuming these things are not alive?
Correct. They're constricts.
Excellent. Means I don't have to exclude them when I channel positive energy.
Wow, they are just surrounding.
You
Yeah,
had
that's
to
good.
double move to get there.
Because I can directed blast times 4.
Yeah, he can.
Directed blast times 4. It's a 30-foot cone.
You can't directed blast times 4, buddy.
I can't? No?
No.
What's the point of having to be able to throw 4 bombs?
Directed
wow.
blast, you can only do 1.
Oh,
I
that's not
believe.
I thought it was just one of the like ultimate bomb types.
Look it up.
It's a special ability. It's not.
Oh, so it's not an ultimate bomb.
It's not.
I thought it was
Okay, I
what?
must have misread it when I.
So Asher and Calathus,
Could I direct
you guys
the
are gonna
bomb?
take 3 damage from the swarm, and you'll need to make.
Could I direct the bomb then to 3 bombs?
No, so if it says in
you say?
standard
Make
action,
it
do a
three.
direct. Most it depends on how it's read.
Can I still throw 4 bombs and do a directed blast and 3 different
If it
kinds
says
of
standard,
Maybe.
if it says as a standard action you can do a directed blast, then no, because
17 plus 2.
If it says that it modifies
19.
how you
19.
If it modifies
19.
the
Give
bomb.
me a fortitude save. It says directed blast parentheses supernatural. At 6th level, a grenadier can detonate a bomb so that it splashes in a 20-foot cone. That seems to read as though it's a different action than throwing a bomb.
16.
Oh, that sounds to me like it just
What'd you
modifies how the
19.
splash of the bomb
If I were a,
acts after
if
he's
I were a
thrown
rule
it.
player, I'd be willing to argue it either way.
Okay, and also.
Let me compare it to how the how a
Like alternate, like an
how
acid bomb
the
or an
discoveries that
That's what I'm
affect a
thinking
bomb
of
work.
the discovery. That
Yeah, so that's not a discovery. That's
It's not a discovery; it's a
feature
class
here.
ability.
Gotcha.
It is, then why do you gotta waste a discovery on it?
Yeah, because see, like explosive bomb says the alchemist bombs now.
Super. Yeah, a class feature is different from a discovery.
Well, let's see, maybe. Maybe I can 4 times it.
No,
If
I
not,
think,
I can do it once.
When
and-
the alchemist creates a bomb, he can choose.
gotcha.
So wait,
Yeah, I think it's written such that you can do one directed blast
you
only.
just want your way. Okay, so what other types of bombs do you think I should use? I frost bombs.
Cause I'm right there.
I don't.
But
I
nobody-
can exclude
Did you make your fortitude save, buddy?
16.
Okay.
Okay, I frost bombs directed blast.
But it's not your turn, it's Alex's turn now.
So my turn. Honestly, oh, there's a junk golem in there, isn't there? People talking about what there is. I will
Can they burn?
teleport myself from right here. Would I be able to have line of sight to the junk
Wait, that's
golem?
you?
Yeah, the junk golem is taking up these 4 squares.
Okay, and I'm gonna hold portal the junk golem.
Okay. Does he get a save for that? I don't know.
I mean, if he does, it's a DC.
Wait, Dad, why am I taking a 14 feet?
21.
I'm 15 feet up.
Probably a will. If hold portal has a will, say maybe.
I don't know. He has a 19 will save, so he would have failed it if he got one, so he's slowed.
Dad, why am I taking damage? I'm 15 foot up.
Tinkerbell.
Because he's got a 20-foot reach. He's
No,
No,
no.
this junk golem
No,
is a flying
monster.
sphere of golem. He's flying, so he is 5 feet up.
Yeah.
He's kind of like taking up.
Yes.
Alright.
Well, then
I
you
am-
guys can just be 5 feet down.
I am presuming that I've gone 9 rounds since I put the prayer
So
up
what's the
as
best
we
time?
open the door over
I
here.
think you're right at
1, 2, 3,
11
4,
rounds.
5, 6, 7.
How
We're
many
on
of
round
them?
2.
We are moving
Yeah.
crisply.
Yes.
Alright.
It's only been 50
So I was
seconds.
like,
What? I think
I didn't want to waste my time. I'm gonna get through it.
No,
Alright, I have something that might work here.
Can I put 3 bombs with 1 directed blast?
Check into it, but I've always referred to it as.
or I've always heard him refer to it as
I call that's all you got. I
Fine.
call for insect plague,
Let's see
and I
here.
attack the monster.
That's the problem. with
Metal
Rebecca.
insect plague.
They
So that
or
makes
Rebecca
a-
Gay is like getting mixed up because like I've seen
It's all
things on both
form.
of them.
2 many forms. Oh god.
You might be
Therefore,
right.
I-
It's almost versus.
Unfortunately, when the bomb goes off, it's going to be dispelled, but that's the way it goes.
That insect form is so dead when the bombs go off.
No, I think
At one point,
everything
But on a number 4
Anyway.
1 per 3 levels. So
We are back.
Each one must be summoned, so each one is
Yep, and I was right, it was Bryce, so in honor of Bryce, he gets to be up.
Yeah, 3 snow
Which
snakes.
3 squares
Oh.
are you summoning?
Yeah,
them?
I watched a video on her, and that's
Wait,
why I was
space
like, I thought I
10
knew
foot.
who I was talking
I
about.
think I can do
Which
5 bombs.
3 10-foot squares are you summoning?
Bryce.
This one?
Yeah, which and then there's Planeswalker over.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Puddleson
Maybe we'll get those 2.
playing Woo Troll
Right there
versus
actually gets all
Rob
of those.
But probably him too.
Thomas,
No, there actually doesn't. That doesn't.
who is so
Can
smooth.
you action swarms? You go, hey, we've got 2 swarms on top of each other.
I don't think that's how swarms work.
No, but you can put this one here.
guess we
and
got-
then- because these guys take up.
Life totals.
They take up
Respawn
4
back.
squares.
Okay.
So the 2 big
The
guys
box
would
is
be
locked.
taking 2,
The lights
the
are
3
on.
little guys would be taking
It's
1,
robot
one
fighting
missing
time.
Which is
Junk
in
column.
their squares.
And the junk column
What we
is
got?
affected anyhow.
Yeah,
He's got damage reduction, as I recall.
he does. So it's 2d6 damage for each of them.
I like how
Point at one
this
of
was
them.
a pretty useless
Sure, it's this one here.
11.
So that is 31 on that Echo Foxtrot, and then we have
Alright.
1, 2, 3.
Wait, these
So
guys
that's
are
number 1. He'll take
Oh,
that, okay?
boy.
This one here.
Boxcar.
Everybody's still shuffling. Bryce can't do anything in a fast manner.
Oh, so the JJ's
12,
Bakery
and then
cherry
this one
pie.
over here.
Yes.
It was much better than the blackberry.
20, he's taken 19, and 2 little guys take 8 more.
Of the 3 pies, I think
kills them all.
I think
Well
it's
worth it.
It's high. It's high up there. I'm still gonna go hostess, but then I'm gonna say this is second, and then Little Debbie is like in the basement somewhere. I don't ever want to touch those pies ever again.
Well, that's just rude.
Yeah, screw her.
We're being slowed. I can't remember what that does.
She's been working hard to bring top quality pastries to you.
Well, leave it to JJ, which I'm assuming is a man, to do better.
Standard action. But unfortunately,
Could be a she.
Swarm, he just has to move.
No.
Technically, they can manifest into a form.
So if it
Who
wasn't
wants
swarm,
Who wants a twin?
Yes.
Who wants a twin?
the swarm guy immune to crits.
Da da. Yada da da da. Yada da.
He's actually not immune to crits because he's not.
Could have swore they kept referring to her as a
also
he.
does not actually take.
I don't know. I've been wrong before, and I'm definitely going to be wrong again. Okay, Bryce is starting off with lightning. No.
Hey, look, it's his heart. Bam, bam.
And we are fetching out, but not shocking apparently. So Rob. Okay.
I don't have the mentality for it.
Okay. And the cut. And we're playing.
He's AC 20, so it
I can do that.
doesn't really matter.
So I see Demir. I see more Demir. Oh, that's right. He's Demir Control.
No, they can attack. If they attack they can't see you, but they can attack a square.
Because Rock ran into it and was not happy about it.
They have a 50% chance to miss you.
Sure.
Oh, you pinged him already, huh?
There we go. Okay. Crack another fetch. Go down to 18. Bryce. Oh. Okay, Bryce, Field of Ruin, the other, probably the water grave that he went and got.
How much damage?
Wait, I just realized. Once your wall weighs up in like 5 rounds, you'll have 3 more.
Yeah.
And I ain't helping them, folks. Those are all of them. You did say
I got 3 arrows.
Alright.
I don't need the those ones, I currently do not have the arcing shot, and it requires a higher ceiling. Next level, I could go over and down, keep running around and bounce it.
that would work perfectly if you're.
So we are in a power blue on blue matchup.
I've got the power.
Oh, that's insensitive. Never forget. Oh,
Hachi Machi.
look at that. Blue doing as blue does. So far there have been lands played. God help the person who tries to play the first spell. Oh.
Broken. Got it. 67.
I cast a spell. I spell pierce it. I counter your spell pierce. I let your counter spell counter my spell pierce. My spell pierce goes to the graveyard. Before your spell resolves again, I cast Snapcaster Mage, targeting my spell pierce in the graveyard to spell pierce your spell.
4 damage.
Gotta love the interruptible stack. It's the best thing that ever happened to Magic. So good! So good!
Favorite thing is like the random thing on like the old school
What do you want to kill?
Reddit is people who ask questions like people have like clearly like most people come to old school have not played since high school in like the 90s, and they come in like
Now, do you play old school rules, or is it
It's modern rules for convenience.
Well, that sounds terrible. Because those cards don't work in a modern setting all too well.
They do.
Okay, so how do you handle the ones that are... Do you just ignore the ones that really do nothing now?
Like which ones?
I know there was a mana... I know there was a mana burn card.
They do have mana burn. Mana burn is a rule they do enact. But as far as like modern rules, like there's no interrupts. It's all instants or.
We have a search for Azcanta. This first spell has successfully been played.
But it's always mostly people asking like what, because they'll be coming back and there are new players that are looking at older cards and asking what's an interrupt and things like that and trying to understand. Which you have to understand, like, those haven't been used at the point where, like, most of the player base wasn't even born yet, by the time that wasn't even a thing anymore.
That is true. That is a very true statement.
And even people that might have been, might have totally forgotten, don't even remember, or,
What is an interrupt? It's the thing that moves faster than an instant, because it had to move faster than an instant to be able to counter an instant.
Yeah.
But with an interruptible stack, you don't need interrupts. They become superfluous.
So they're all instants. The old school is more about playing with, I guess, the quote-unquote nostalgic card pool. Playing with those cards, which there's still tons and tons of deck archetypes you can play with them. Even if out of probably the pool of, what was it, I think 12, 1400 cards, maybe only 200 of them are actually playable, but you can still do lots of different stuff with it. Although they need to ban the Library of Alexandria.
Why?
It's the most broken card in the game.
So? It was... Nope. It was as Richard Garfield intended it.
That's fair. No, he intended there to be as many copies as you want.
Oh, yeah, 40 card decks. However many copies. It wasn't until, the DCI got their grubby hands on the game.
But as far as like the format itself.
I mean, if Richard Garfield were still in charge of anything, Mons Goblin Raiders would still be a rare.
I mean, there's already some choice rares out there, like Goblin Archer.
Yeah.
Not Goblin Archer. Oh, sorry, Elvish Archer.
Elvish Archer.
Sorry.
That's a 2/1 with
for
first strike for 2 mana.
That's right.
That's power.
Yeah, that's a rare. So the unlimited and then alpha beta versions are hundreds and hundreds of dollars because it's a rare.
30 to kill. 30
Bam! Oh wait, you don't know what that is.
Yeah, put up the alpha one that has the wrong.
Bam!
Yeah, he's a.
Summon elves.
What's wrong with? Is that the alpha one? Because the alpha one I think is a 1/2.
Yep, there he is.
Yeah.
Which was funny because back then, if you had that version, it was a 1/2.
Same thing with Orchestra Flame.
Yeah.
That one has the wrong cost on the alpha.
Right. It costs what, 1 red or something like that?
It costs like, I think it's, instead of being 3 in a red, it's 2 in a red. I think is the difference.
Or it's Ore, isn't it?
Is it? Sorry.
Yeah. It's not Orne, it's Ore. 2 mana.
Yeah, 2 mana. Ooh, which is really good.
Instead of 4 mana.
Yep.
So yeah, if you had this card, it cost 2 mana.
Yep.
Because Alpha. Didn't Alpha also not have an island in it?
No, it didn't. Alpha, Beta, and Beta, I think unlimited stuff. There's an island on the rare sheet. So
right.
Rare in a pack could be an island.
Right. I thought they didn't print one of the basic lands in Alpha. I know COP Green isn't Alpha.
Tropical Island wasn't it?
Tropical Island was not an Alpha. That's right. And one of the COPs too, wasn't there?
I don't remember.
I think there were 4 cards that were not printed in Alpha. Because Alpha.
Yeah. But Tropical Island I think was the one that was missing an Alpha. And then was it then from beta to unlimited? Was it Plateau that had different artwork because they lost
Yes,
it?
they lost Drew Tucker's original art for Plateau.
Because the files,
They lost it.
I think it was like the files from the computer got corrupted. And that was the one piece of original artwork they couldn't find, so they had to commission new artwork from him.
Okay, can I stand adjacent to him without...
Yes.
So we're moving at the speed of blue here.
Which is why we have this delightful commentary about
18 all. So Bryce did lose another life. He must have fetched.
I might as well cast Acid Slash on the guy. What was like a D3? Hey, I rolled a 3.
dropped a Jace here.
Ooh, Jace the Mind Sculptor. That's gonna do nothing in this matchup.
Oh, yeah.
Plus 11 times 1.5.
Is that a Bitter Blossom on the field?
14.
Yes, that is a Bitter Blossom.
He's
So
got fairies.
okay, so he's gonna slowly be killing himself.
We aim to flee.
Wait, I only needed a 14 yet?
They're good.
Ooh,
Such is really easy to hit.
daring.
10, 11, 12.
That means they're even.
I wonder what he intends to do over there.
Open the last door that you go.
Cycles, boons, mirrored cars, notable cars, Power 9, dual lands,
Oh! Which will henceforth be known as mistake
misprints,
Where's the door at? Where's the door at?
COP Black and Volcanic Island. Those were the two cards that were missing
There we go.
in Alpha. So if somebody tells you that they have a Circle of Protection Black or a Volcanic Island from Alpha,
Did I observe
don't buy it.
And also, if there's someone buying that, you better. I would hope you would know better.
Okay, did I observe you?
Because you'd go on TCG Player or whatever, and like, why can I
Right.
not find the Alpha version?
Yeah, I can't find the price on this.
I just...
Oh, and here are the misprints. Orcish Artillery was also 2 mana.
Yep, that was another one. Yeah.
The Orcish Oriflame is 2 mana instead of 4. Phantasmal Forces was printing with an upkeep cost of literally instead of a blue mana symbol.
I don't remember. Oh, I didn't see
Oh,
that one.
okay.
I know some of these misprints, but I don't know all of them.
Calathus.
Phantasmal Forces.
Actually,
Burr, burr, burr.
5, 10, 15, 20,
This guy just gonna...
Cumulative upkeep spent.
Didn't get fixed between playtesting cards.
Red Elemental Blast is an instant instead of an interrupt. Couldn't counter with that one. Didn't move fast enough. Rock Hydra printed with an upkeep that said RRR.
Oh, these are delightful that these made it through from the playtest cards onto these.
Good job.
Okay, now you can
Plus 3 out of continue. Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna get adamantine.
Each unless R is spent during your upkeep, heads may be grown for RRR a piece.
That's tremendous.
Sedge Troll, miscredited Jeff A. Menges. It should be Dan Frazier.
Such an easy time with this.
He must have. Okay.
Fire resistance.
Every space along
I
the
think
walls
Mark
is
Poole, like, I think,
Sedge Troll. Oh, I can see why the confusion. It's not nearly as muscly and sinewy.
Chamber, pillar.
I think Mark Poole's name is missing on a couple stuff too.
Tropical Island miscredited to Mark Poole instead be Jesper Mirfors. And unsummon the clause reading enchantments and creature card did should instead oh my.
He can reach out there.
This just sounds like it's a big old misprint.
So yeah, he can.
Let's view all printings. All the way down to the bottom. Return creature to owner's hand. Enchantments on creature are card ed. Unsummon cannot be played during the damage dealing phase of an attack.
That's tremendous.
Big ol' guard!
Still 11.
And I'm sure these versions are like super expensive.
Well, I mean,
Well, they're alpha, so.
they're alpha, so it's not, they're not going to
So
be like,
all alphas are like this. It's
Yeah.
not like they're misprints. They were just printed. That's why beta came out super fast after alpha. And not to mention the corners were just this is a bad design for the big,
Which
thick, round
is why,
corners.
until like card sleeves became very prevalent.
Right? Yeah, you could not play with alpha cards
because they are marked cards.
They are absolutely.
And then
Guard it.
And then there was Unlimited. People who don't know, it was called Unlimited because it was supposed to be an open print run.
It was
forever.
Yep, because Magic was supposed to be Magic. That was Magic the Gathering. And the first expansion, Arabian Nights, was supposed to be a deck builder game called Arabian Nights. So it played the same rules. It's kind of like Munchkin. How Munchkin is now is like you can mix and match all your Munchkin cards, but they were different backs because Arabian Nights was going to have that beautiful magenta coloring, and it just said Arabian Nights Deckmaster.
Yeah, Deckmaster. Yep.
But yeah, the game is Deckmaster, and the set was Magic the Gathering. And then it was Deckmaster Arabian Nights and Deckmaster Antiquities, but at the last minute, at literally the 11th hour, they made the decision to keep the backs the same and just make it an expansion to Magic the Gathering. The more you know.
Still would have been nice if Unlimited lived up to its name and they put
Yeah.
more than what they did.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 4th edition was a lot more unlimited than unlimited.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
4th edition was one of those 500 million card runs.
Was it? Yeah, it was.
Like Ice Age was 500 million cards
5th
too.
edition has the alternate 5th edition where they had to have American like the playing card company make cards for it, wasn't it?
Are you talking about Summer Magic?
No, not Summer Magic. Summer Magic was part of Revised. I think it was 5th edition. It was alternate 5th, where basically they had a different company produce cards for it.
I don't know that.
So they have like the texture of like playing cards.
Ah.
Like you'd buy from like bicycle playing cards.
I still wish I had my playing card set of Magic.
You still have your one card in your.
I have a couple of them. I think I have like 5 cards. I still have Paul, my King of Spades. I still have Beth, my Queen of Diamonds. I have an Ace, I believe, and I have a Joker. So, and maybe a 2 of Diamonds.
And you had 1, and it was in your slideshow deck.
Yeah, it was Paul for the longest time, but then I slotted in Beth because I liked Beth better. So, and I found that deck just today. I was going through making Yidris, and I was like going through. I was like, oh, it's Beth. So.
Summer Magic, those cards are gorgeous.
They are.
And they are so expensive.
Well, they're not gorgeous. They're the same.
I know, but it's because of the color saturation on the ink.
Right.
That's why they destroyed all of it and didn't carry through with it. Even though it's like, no, this is better. Don't do it.
Oh, they have to make a fortitude save.
This is an improvement on your washed out garbage revised colors.
Yeah, but revised is revised, and you have to be able to tell Unlimited apart from it anyway.
There's a difference between...
Oh yeah, the saturation and the thickness of the border on things. So Bryce is at 14, and Rob is at 15, and Jace is still on the board. He's about to ultimate, but I got a feeling that Rob's going to do something about that. The Detention Sphere did grab the Bitter Blossom, so he's no longer getting reinforcements. And now Jace is just going to be dead. Countered! Cryptic Command. Choosing counter draw, probably. Or counter, maybe counter, maybe counter tap.
Jeez, it's been 11 years of Cryptic Command.
Cryptic Command. Module.
Swing 3?
How many got left?
Oh, what?
He swung for 3.
Right, but what happened?
He countered the Cryptic Command.
Oh, he countered the Cryptic. And we are getting a Terminus. So, tuck on the creatures. The tokens just dissipate into the ether. Bryce is down to 11.
This game is incredible.
It is. It's blue on blue. Inquisition of Kozilek. You get or you get a supreme supreme verdict, a path to exile, and I think it might have been another path to exile, but opting to take the path of exile. And Rob opens up with his own.
Because he knows it will go through.
Yep. The coast is clear.
Roll your 20 deep.
So they say.
6. Cool, baby.
Oh, sorry. 4 fortitude saves?
Cha-cha-cha-cha.
It's not gonna
Hey!
Yeah, buddy, he's dead.
Never makes me laugh.
I know,
Never
right?
stops. Never ceases.
Oh
Always
my
good.
God.
Wait, it's already dead? This is my first...
Let's see.
Yes,
Like,
buddy.
he took like 100. I did a good chunk into it.
It took 100.
I'm still gonna roll all the damage. 29 for the first one,
How many hit points did
more than that for the second one,
So close.
way more than that for the third one,
CR11.
and 3 6s. And 3 6s.
So Rob has gone on to the.
So the last chamber, the hatch opens into a chamber where vertical
Rob has
shaft
moved
drops
into the
approximately
Fate
9
seal
feet
portion of the
above
deck,
about
and
8
doesn't want to
feet
move
above
up as
the
much as
top of
it.
the shaft. There's a bronze lever on the wall near the door, currently in its up position.
I pulled down.
That's over there.
I yanked it down.
And Teferi.
I yanked it down.
Come in
Bryce
here.
hoping that the coast is clear on his end. There we go.
You help the steward reprogram the crash. He gives you a Spired Transport token. He
Give me
takes
more.
control.
I always feel happy when the muse graces us with her presence.
And it says you can assist with knowledge, arcana, or disable device checks.
Okay, and how about,
Are you-
29?
Down the stack.
I'll roll again.
Snapcaster.
20 for our knowledge arcana.
Okay.
Well, the 40 disabled.
And he's just gonna kill Teferi outright.
So you
Oh,
help
I made a grave mistake this past week.
Uh-oh.
I rewatched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
So the guys that were
Oh,
Except the one you can't drag.
which would retroactively be redubbed as Turtles in Time.
Which is still, yeah, it's funny, Steven has the Pizza Box Blu-ray set, and it's on the spine, and I'm like, that's not the official name for it.
No, it's just TMNT3.
nowhere. It's a fan thing that people have added on because of the video game, but it's like,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous that it's actually included on a
Right.
actual product. That movie is awful.
Yes.
Well, I legitimately, I never saw it in theaters back. I think it came on tape. I had someone, so I knew someone rented it. I watched it. I hated it then. That's the only time I've ever seen it.
There is one good thing about that movie, and it's not very good.
Which is that?
It was the return of Casey Jones.
We were talking about that. right?
That is the only thing that is good in that movie.
I would say there's also
And he's in it for what, 5 minutes?
it's like corralling the guys who came to the future. There is one good joke in the movie. They're sitting there, and Donnie's put schematics out. He's like, he's going to rebuild the lantern. And April's like, you're telling me that you're just going to rebuild this like arcane temporal device? He's like, no, that guy is. Hard cut to like a blacksmith hammering something. He's really good with his hands.
Yeah.
That was the one joke I actually like legitimately laughed at. I rewound the movie. I'm like, was that a good joke? Hold on here.
And it looks like Bryce is about to get Jaced out.
I felt bad because I really railed on Secret of the Ooze, but then when I watched 3, I'm like, I was too.
No, Secret of the Ooze is a masterpiece compared to
I know.
3.
I felt so bad because I'm like, I really don't like. I only, as far as those 3 films, the 1990 film, that's the only one I really legitimately love. I think it's a great movie, etc. And so when I watched 2, I'm like, this is like a 180. This is a mess.
It was because parents complained, so they had to make it extremely child-friendly, which means 0 weapon use and light-hearted comic antics and humor. No more dark, dour storylines. No more
What's so
swearing.
funny is
No.
that in 3, the humor is turned higher.
Yeah.
It's worse, but then they do use the weapons. It's like, what is this?
Well, because they got lambasted so hard for not using their weapons, that it's like, okay, fine, we'll let them use their weapons. But you gotta make it more
I
kid-friendly.
don't know who won.
Oh,
I see you.
yeah, Rob did. Yeah, Jace Ultimate, Bryce just has nothing. So Bryce goes down game
And
number
it's,
one.
It's baffling to me that the suits just kept getting worse after the first. And the funny thing, they cost more. The first film's like $12 million.
Yeah.
It made like 220.
Yeah, it's the highest grossing independent movie of all time.
Well, at the time it was. I don't believe it still is. Because at least the Wikipedia said it at the time it was. I didn't go further to check that out. But when it comes to like secret use,
Maybe it was Blair Witch.
no, that might be it. Yeah. When it gets to secret use, it's like it costs $24 million and looks marketably worse.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing that always bugged me is between the first and the second movie, Donatello went from being left-handed to right-handed.
What bothered me went from being Donatello to being Michelangelo.
But no, it was like, oh, that's cool. He's left-handed because like when he does like the fist pump in the first movie, he was like, yeah. And then from then on, it's like all right-handed stuff. It's like, oh, Donnie was a lefty. Why'd you ruin that?
I didn't think that was funny.
That was 90, right? Was it 89, 90, or 90?
1990 was the first film. 91 was the
90-91, yeah. So
then
my
93 was the third
9-10-year-old brain knew the difference between you're a lefty, you're a righty, and it didn't. Yeah, that's what tripped it for me. I didn't notice, like, again, my 10-year-old brain didn't realize that they're not using their weapons. I just thought they were being more turtley. You know, it's like instead of like hitting him with nunchucks, it's like I grab these sausages, like.
Which is funny they can use sausages, but
right. And you know they're using these toys in the toy store to beat up these Foot Clans because they're that much better ninjas than they are. I was fine with that. Donnie becoming a righty, that was too much for me. But I think they kept Corey Feldman as the voice, so... No. Oh, they didn't?
First one, he's in the first one, and the third one.
And the third one. There's so
many changes. Like, they don't bring... They keep changing the voice cast, and
right.
then they bring him back, but then have markedly worse voice actors for everyone else.
Bye, Muse!
Bye, drive safe.
But, yeah, I did not mind TMNT 2. I didn't mind it. The only thing that really upset me about it is that we got Toka and Razor and not Bebop and Rocksteady.
That was because Eastman and Laird didn't want them to use it.
I don't care.
If you want to know a reason, that was the reason. Yeah,
and if you're going to go Toka and Razor, why not go Slash and another?
It's funny because that,
Toka, I always thought Toka was Slash. It's like, oh, it's Slash. It's like, no.
I talked about that because like, I like the design of the costume and everything, but it's the baby element that I don't like.
Yeah, the brain. But then again, it makes sense for that kind of animal that, well, they weren't a puppy and a baby turtle. They were probably a 150-year-old tortoise and a 3-year-old wolf.
In the context of this,
right.
Because you gotta be funny. The only redeeming quality of that movie for me was like obviously Ninja Rap, and then David Warner was trying his best.
Yes, yeah. David Warner usually tries his best. He makes any movie he's in just elevated. He's so Warner.
he's definitely Sadler. William Sadler is someone I always think of as taking okay material and just taking it like to a whole like Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight. Him and Billy Zane, if they were not in that movie, it would not be anywhere near as good as it is.
Right.
But it's both of them taking like I think okay material and just turning it to 11 and making it super special.
Well, it's because if Billy Zane's in a good movie, he's able to just like act and be there.
Yeah.
If it's a bad movie, Billy Zane just like totally Billy Zane's it up, and
yeah.
When he's having a good time, everybody has a good time.
Well, man, Demon Knight's so good. I always think a lot of people I don't think have seen that one, so I'm always like, you need to watch it because Billy Zane is having a blast.
Oh yeah,
he's so good in that.
8 plus 12 is 20. 20 is 20.
You beat him fast, huh? You got there?
Yeah.
All right. Who'd you play?
You have to have lesser resolution to get 99 points.
No, you need to read it. You need restoration.
Oh, Boros humans? So Scott, the big guy? Yeah.
That's the restoration.
I'm happy I have forgotten.
Rakdos cows beats Boros humans. Inquisitor of Kozilek is going to strip out the Snapcaster Mage from his hand, and I don't blame him. That's a good card to get out of there. You don't want any surprise ambush vipers countering your stuff or pathing your stuff. Can't say plow. That's not modern yet.
You don't have a day job, right?
Yeah, I have. So,
Okay.
This might be yours.
I got 12.
12, what's your bonus?
Thank you.
Does Modern Horizons come out?
June 9, I think.
that far away.
No, it's really not. That's why it was so weird that they announced it and it was just so close.
Yeah, because like War Spark has come out next week.
Yeah, May 3rd and then June 7.
Wow.
So it's like 1 month apart, and they're both pre-release they're both having pre-releases.
3-3.
It's not really much of a time period.
Nope.
Normally you want to have like a couple months.
Right.
For your like big sets.
But then again, there's the big standard set, and a lot of people who play modern don't play standard, and a lot of people who play standard don't dip into the modern pool. So, they felt it's a test to see if it's going to work this way
Normally
too.
you don't want. I'm thinking also like stores who buy products. Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot of money to have to put down.
But
time.
with these two sets, you're going to make bank.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, War of the Spark was going to be the only one that was a question mark. Modern Horizons was just cash and money in hand. I mean, even with the increased price of the packs, it's still gonna sell like gangbusters.
Well, I hope the set is good.
Yeah, it should. I mean, considering the power level of War of the Spark, it should be unbelievably broken. Should be. And if it's not, I'm gonna question R&D's decision to be like, these cards were too powerful to skip the standard environment. Go ahead and shut that. I mean, not a lot's going on, but I mean, it is 1817.
It's a really close game.
It's a barn burner.
Wait till a Prodigal Sorcerer comes out to play. Woo! To me, turn. Like,
Hey, those aren't modern legal. A Prodigal Pyromancer.
That's right.
Jeez, Bill.
Sorry.
We're figuring it out. We're on the same
Maybe a Root Water Hunter, but not a Prodigal Sorcerer.
No Timmies.
Modern can't handle the power of Prodigal Sorcerer.
1/1 for 3 that pings for 1, baby.
That's right. It's what happens when the goblin down the road got a little too happy with the fish up the street.
Just put a sign on that door that says, please close door.
Wouldn't do any good. Anyway, Search for Wisconsin is still doing a good job out there, and it's getting pretty close to flipping. I think it's one more card in the graveyard and it flips. So, and just like a good blue-on-blue deck, nothing is happening. We got a Field of Ruin on Rob's side. We got a Snapcaster looking to Serum Visions, I bet.
The one that gives you a +2 enhancement bonus to your Constitution.
I want you to have a 2/1 creature and a Serum Visions.
Woo, Serum Visions.
He's good. It's there. Serum Visions gets through. More importantly, there's an attacker on the field.
Uh-oh. When Hasbro launched Hasbro Pulse, did you buy anything to get the free shipping for a year?
I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
I really didn't see anything on there that...
That's fair. So they have their premium service where for $50 you get free shipping for a year.
Right.
And they've said that you can get access. And they said you can access like for Star Wars Celebration. If you're a premium member, you could get on there to get a inner lottery to get access to like an exclusive line and stuff at Celebration for Hasbro exclusives. So
Okay.
when they launched the site, they basically, it's like if you bought something the first week, you'd get it for free this year. And so I bought, at the time they had like Marvel Legends, like the Kingpin wave had come out. And I didn't buy very much, so I bought Black Cat. I'm like, I want this figure, what? So I bought it. So then, since then...
I guess I didn't understand what was going on with it. I didn't read into it.
That's totally fair. But I don't like dealing with a lot of going to stores anymore, and pre-ordering is kind of a hassle. But through them, everything goes up. I pre-order it. It's just sitting there and they'll ship it to me. Like I do with Tommy and Zed. What I'm finding hilarious about it is the way they're shipping stuff. When I made my order, it's like, here's my 2 figures. But when you go into your account stuff, it'll be like order number .A and order number .B, probably for fulfillment.
Right.
But what that means is each figure itself ships by itself.
That's on them.
And it's free. I know. It's hilarious. It's free 2-day shipping from them. So, like, the next wave... Like,
Bitter Blossom comes down on Rob's side of the table, so he's going to start putting out some attackers. V-Click comes down for Bryce, and he's going to probably going to say Jace the Mind Sculptor can take a hike to the bottom of your deck. So we got... We got Heroic Downfall, we got Jace, we've got... What is that? Spell Stutter Sprite? My God. We got 2 Snappies. I don't know what that is, but it's bad. But yeah, that Hero's Downfall Bryce probably doesn't want, but he also doesn't want to have that Jace. Oh, is it not Hero's Downfall?
Goes on the bottom of my library, and I draw a card.
And he tucked Jace. Okay.
And then Bitter Blossom. Okay.
Yeah, Benos Hero, that's what it is.
It's not a Benos Hero. I thought it was a hero. Something Heroes. Hero's Demise, not Downfall. Okay. Oh, it's destroy a legendary creature. How are you destroying planeswalkers? Did it get errated? Nope.
Oh. Fair enough.
And Jace gets countered.
That's why I showed it to the camera.
Cryptic, counter draw. Yeah.
That's the
Surely it's not Hero's Demise. He was killing planeswalkers with it.
I'm not sure.
Oh, here it is. Hero's Downfall. Okay, destroy creature or planeswalker. I'm not dumb. I know what I heard.
Celestial Purge.
Celestial Purge to get rid of the Bitter Blossom.
Exile target black or red.
Exile a black or red permanent. Swing for 3 with the V-Click. Bryce is in control.
Yep.
What's up, Dancy?
Yep.
What's up?
I went down a bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Apparently, Abrupt Decay, Surgical is a good play.
Yeah. 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 No rhinos for old men. That's
Banned him from using the Rhino play. She's not gonna
yeah, it's good. Yeah. He has no business using that playmat. Not unless he gets his spirit animal back.
So to finish...
What do you have to say for yourself, Ricky? I didn't do it. Rockin' Ricky Meerkat.
So to put a pin on the Hasbro discussion, I like the next wave of X-Men Legends, I ordered like 3 figures, so I'm gonna get 3 packages in the mail. The next wave of Star Wars figures, I ordered 5 figures, so we get 5 packages in the mail.
Which X-Men figures did you order?
I got Jubilee, Blink, and Reaver. Or sorry, Skull Crusher. He is
which set is that?
It's Caliban. So it also has Gambit, Beast, Weapon X.
I've heard good things about the Archangel. I don't know if he's out or coming out.
He's a standalone figure. He's been out for a while now.
Oh, he has been out for a while?
I don't think he should be too hard to get still.
Okay.
I think Earth still has him and stuff.
Okay. So, Bryce has his own Jace the Mind Sculptor, and he's brainstorming in for some answers. Snapcaster did come down for Rob, but I don't think he's going to have a chance here. Bryce has a 3-power flyer that didn't attack. Kwa?
Play a land.
Hasbro's getting closer to finishing all the cast of Rebels. I'm getting excited for that.
Cast down.
Cast down on the V-click.
You just need to make Zeb at some point. Kitty cat, meow.
Cast down.
Swing at Jace.
Too many cards sound different.
Well, when there's a billion cards made, there's only so many words in the dictionary.
Well, maybe it's time to make a new game.
Maybe they should make a card called Defecation Angel.
I'm sure they will.
Any day now.
It's not very nice.
It's going to cost 2 mana.
I will tap it for blue.
2 mana 5/5.
They go back.
It's not unplayable.
It's an artifact. They go back to the brown frame.
Got blue mana.
Got blue mana up there.
Oh, we have fun.
We do. We do. What is it, Damien?
That's fine. I'll let it go. I'll go away. My turn? Yep.
Takes a point of mana for it.
After you draw? Oh, go ahead. Yeah, from the trigger. Yeah. On your trigger.
Wow.
No, go ahead. No, go. Resolve that trigger.
So the Magic comprehensive rules are getting
Before we go to your main phase?
getting as silly as their errata, or as their rulings. They've updated stuff for War of the Spark 205.3J. The list of Planeswalker types is updated for our 4 new Planeswalkers. Welcome Davrio, Kasmina, and Teo. And I didn't quite get your name. Hey, wait, come back. Well then, who was that mysterious stranger? That's the Wanderer, which is just super type Planeswalker, no subtype. And then 205.3M. Where does Bolas keep his armies? No, not in his sleeves. He keeps them here in Rule 205.3M. The creature type list. I mean, look at him. He's a dragon. He isn't even wearing a shirt or anything with sleeves.
Okay.
Why are they getting so cheap?
I don't know.
Who writes this? It's like this poster rules. If you're making like an opinion piece on like a Facebook group, like I understand, like for the Transformers card game, they have like designers come in and write articles themselves. That's one thing. If you're making a news post about changes to your rules,
right?
What are you doing?
But yeah, it whoops.
I don't even know what the Wanderer is.
The Wanderer is a new Planeswalker. She's an uncommon. She's 4 mana, 5 prevent all non. She's a shield. Prevent all non-combat damage would be up to permanents and you control. Exile target permanent with power 4 or greater. So the number one consensus with this character is she's supposed to represent us. We are the Wanderer. It's a nameless, faceless Planeswalker, and since the first sentence in the handbook of Magic is "You are a Planeswalker," why would we be exempt from the pull to Ravnica when the Planeswalker, the beacon is ignited? So I think this is just their way of doing like the Warcraft champion, where the game acknowledges that you're there, but as far as the lore goes, it's only you there and not the other 4 million players that are online.
If that was the case, if that was like their intention, they should have done alternate artwork.
They could have.
Like had like an A version, B version. Since this is clearly a female form, like have a male form.
No, but I mean,
it would be interesting if that was their intent. Actually,
right? But this was a Wizards of the Coast kind of decision that they had made a long time ago when they acquired TSR and they made D&D 3rd edition. They had made the executive decision at that point to when you refer to the player in D&D, instead of he or she, they just say she.
I know that.
I think this is just an extension of that. It's like we're just going to, it's like you are a she. It's just how it is.
Well, didn't they make that change on like the cards a long time ago, where it was always he or she, and they've just now changed it to neutral pronouns?
It's they or them.
Now it's they and them. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's they and them.
So I'm curious. That's what I mean. Like, do they do that? Why are they doing?
I don't know.
I mean,
well, because
I'm not sitting here like trying to be like those people on
right.
Twitter who are gonna be,
well, no, I mean, I dig the idea. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it comes out the flavor. I'm just glad that we're white.
It's good artwork. I like the artwork as well. I was just saying if that was their intention, it would have been neat to do an AB and
right.
have like maybe a mirrored version of this.
But I got to thinking, and it dawned on me, is like this might be the only no subtype card in Magic.
Yeah.
But of course, Master Snell proved me wrong. There is another.
Which one is
hey,
that?
Dan, what's the time, by the way?
This is game 2.
The Nameless Race.
Oh, that's right.
Because when they did the creature purge, or the culling of creature types, they errated it to be summon creature. They are, or creature hyphen blank.
Yeah.
Because they're nameless. And it's even there in the errata for it. Do they have, yeah. Currently has no creature type, it's nameless.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
is that the dark?
That is the dark, yes. So, yeah. Those are the only 2 cards in all of Magic the Gathering that do not have a subtype. Only a super type. And Nameless Race is Creature, and the Wanderer is Legendary Planeswalker.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Everyone's learning everything today.
I know.
This is a very educational stream.
I mean, there's not much else to talk about when blue plays blue, except, oh, look at that, 3 more life was lost somewhere.
Somewhere? Where'd it go? Have you seen it?
I think it's probably with those sunglasses.
It's on the bottom of my computer.
It's probably with Jeff Goldblum's sunglasses.
It's so funny how like that Ellie Statler and Ian Malcolm were so hard to find,
and now they're clearanced out.
There's piles at Target on like for $3.
I know.
I was very tempted to buy all of them, but I'm like, the minute I do that, I meant they.
Now, what's funny about it is Peoria Target has them on clearance for $250, and East Peoria Target has them on clearance for like $350.
Yeah, Targets are weird. When it comes to
I know. I get it. I don't like it, but I get it.
But the stuff they're not clearancing, so clearly they're still gonna have the section. They're just.
But yeah, they're only clearancing the Jurassic Park.
I want that Brachiosaurus.
Is it even out yet? No.
It's coming out this summer.
It's coming.
Yeah. But I'm hoping it's one of those cases when you start clearancing, you're like, oh, did they cancel stuff?
Oh yeah.
I want that Brachiosaurus.
So Snapcaster comes down, and we lost. No. Oh my goodness! What'd I miss?
I don't know.
I guess Bryce just doesn't update his life total, but like ever. So, I'm guessing we're at 9 for some reason, somehow. And downfall and counter.
It's just counter.
So it's back in there.
It's exile.
I think it's exile.
It's
right?
exile.
Yeah.
Then exile.
Yeah, you tried to. Yeah, when you hit a target with Snapcaster,
I don't know how many targets
it gets exiled whether it resolves or gets countered.
If you do so, yeah. So never mind.
Yeah.
It's just.
And V-click. And Searcher Escanta flips.
No.
When you target your opponent,
yeah.
if you don't put one on bottom, they don't draw there.
Yes.
Intense game. Magic. I'm supposed to be getting my Batman Gotham City game in the mail soon. That's the one that's similar game engine to the Conan game, where you have, you have an overlord playing the villains and everyone else is playing like Batman heroes and stuff like that. I'll have to play that sometime. Be one of the few games I have that you don't have.
You have quite a few.
I know. It's just fun. Yeah, I think about it. I was like, every time I'm like,
you have a whole menagerie of games that I don't have. I don't have Carcassonne. I don't have not Talisman. You probably have Talisman.
I have
I don't have Relic.
I have every Talisman.
I don't have Relic. I don't have any of the Epic Spell Wars. I don't have.
Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know you had those. I'm glad I can bring something to this.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you do have, and I got a lot of stuff that you don't have. You know, I have Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. I have.
I gotta get the. Everything's still boxed up. We've been meaning to buy some racks to put in the basement because we wanted to put stuff along the wall, but we also wanted to get like metal racks to hold everything, but all fall out the floor a little bit in case there's ever water or anything. You don't want to lose board games.
Now we're getting down to the nitty and the gritty. Everybody's shuffling. Everybody's doing something.
Yeah, but they're each playing their own game.
They are.
It's
I mean,
all solitaire.
Well, no, blue is blue's more like Uno. And attack for 2 with Snappy. Pat the Snappy. Get yourself. Oh, look at that! My walkie-talkie's out of battery again.
The thing's died.
I thought it was
I see the battery lights on.
We'll brainstorm. Sure.
And brainstorming with Jace the Mind Sculptor, Danzy the Egg Sculptor, Jace the Elephant in the Room.
Control versus control.
No, it happened.
And Teferi. Now we're going to close out this game pretty quick.
It's a timer. It's like, oh, you guys gotta get going.
Yeah, warning of it.
Serum Visions? Sure.
And Teferi tipped up and attacked him down. We've got 4, so we've got lethal on the board. Inquisition gonna strip.
I can see.
Yeah.
On to game 3.
No, that's Bryce win. Oh, it was. Oh, so I guess. Oh, I clicked the wrong one, didn't I?
I thought that was the case.
Yeah, I gave Bryce the win.
I can't even finish that for you in 1 minute.
Oh, and look at that, Bryce picks up another draw.
The control mirror is...
Okay, so Bryce, that is draw number 5 on the year. I'm gonna have to make awards for this year. And Bryce is currently the front runner for one of them.
Award should be a little art, like a little easel.
Well, no, I'm gonna get like little plaques, and you know, I think I need a word. It's something like, "Did I even play award?" I can't be sure if I even played.
Okay, so what you're telling me is, I need to get coming here and playing everything and get as many draws as possible.
See, and that's the reason why I'm keeping the runner-up backup trophy, not the runner-up, but the backup trophy for Jenga Night, a secret as to what position gets it, because if people know, you know, because it's hard to win.
Yeah.
But it's easy to lose at certain times.
I thought that's been so funny every year.
Alright, so Bryce picks up draw, and Rob Thomas, welcome to the stream. Rob Thomas is 0, 0, and 1. Congratulations, you played Bryce. That's pretty much what it is. Bryce is the only person who has all the draws. There are 5 other people with a draw, and guess who they played? Bryce. Anyway, 3 rounds. That was fantastic. We just saw blue play blue and do what that does and go 52 minutes with 2 games. At least we got 2 games. Usually we don't get that, but Robin Bryce, congratulations, you drew. Ricky, who...
I thought about putting liars.
Why? Make everybody happy. 2019 is the year of the Rhino. You're only hurting yourself by not playing Rhinos. Bring back the white and make Abzan great again.
That's right.
But anyway, Ricky beat Rock. So Rock and Ricky Ruff beat Rock, the horny cow wrangler, in 2 games.
Take a look, man.
And Kyle versus Danzy. Danzy got there in 2 as well, so we only got 6 games, but whew, with Bryce on cam, you know you're going to get your entire ticket's worth. So I'm going to close it out here. I had a great time. Did you have a good time, Bill? I want to thank you for coming.
Excellent time.
I want to thank you for popping
this
out.
time with you, Bobby.
Do you have anything you would like to say before we head out?
I think anything that was going to be said has already been said.
He's done streaming.
Yeah, it has.
Sure.
I've been Evil Bob, your resident head in the box, reminding you that however you choose to live your life, I approve! Have a good night, have a great weekend, and I might see you at the pre-release if you're there. If not, tell me how it went.
Are we doing the 4th round?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But anyway, I'll see you back on Tuesday, and I mean it this time. I'm sorry I missed all of last week. It was unplanned, but I hope you all had a fun self-appreciation day.
I self-appreciate myself every day.
Every day.
Sometimes twice.
Bye.